Hello, everybody, far and wide, and welcome to this forum that looks back in time. Courtesy of Casa D18 Studios, we hope you enjoy what's being called Throwback Thursday. Over the coming weeks, months, and hopefully years to come, we hope that you will enjoy us opening the vaults and archives to look back at some of the most unique content across all of our platforms, whether it's Casa D18 Studios, the Jeff Meacham Network, NoDQ.com, my Sybil YouTube channel, The Sybil Man's Brand, and of course, FTW Productions, hosted by James Hebert at jhebertside95. It basically is just going to offer you a ton of classic content. So, with that being said, buckle up, have fun, take a seat, just enjoy life and enjoy wrestling and enjoy what this Throwback Thursday has in store for you. And again, I hope that you stay tuned for many more that hopefully will come too.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
You ever wanted to come into a sports bar where the barkeeps know their game? Well, the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media has got a production just for you. Sit down and relax as the stat boy and his partner break down the statistics in all things sports. Whether it's football, basketball, motorsports, baseball, hockey, soccer, professional wrestling, mixed martial arts, boxing, and much, much more. All are welcome. Your barkeeps here keep you up to date and in the know of everything going on in sports, while also having a pleasant conversation about it all. Your host and owner of the bar, Stat Boy Mike. His partner in crime, Dory Lou. And a host of other guests coming in. The food's hot, the seats are warm, the drinks are ice cold, and the sports talk is plentiful. Casa D18 Studios presents Stat Boy Sports Bar. Take a bar stool and enjoy the show. Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from A Simple Man's Brand.
Fuck, we keep doing this thing. You know, I'm honestly at my wit's end sometimes with y'all and the industry. Trinity shows up in Impact Wrestling. Mercedes Moné gets injured at Resurgence for a chance at the Strong Championship. WWE doesn't know what red and blue are. They're probably colorblind. Might as well make everything purple at this point. And then AEW, I gotta deal with fucking Jeff on my damn screen. But I digress. But here we are once again on the eve that started all for the family. As back on May 25th, 2019, they went there first where it started all, at the show that started all. And now for the fifth time, 4 years later, we once again go double or nothing. But why do I say all these things? Simply put, because they all have to do with something and all things wrestling. So here we fucking go. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the only wild, unscripted conversation on the internet in my simple brand. You know what this is, for I'm the Simple Man. My name is Noah Foster. And this, of course, are the Horsemen. For we are ATW. Welcome to the ATW View, a free-form platform podcast that discusses all sorts of things wrestling and goes to chaotic rants and mindless madness at times, too. So that being said, considering I know somebody's going to go off the deep end, do something incredibly stupid in our opener, here's just some of the stuff you can expect us to discuss tonight, among so many other things tonight as we prepare for Double or Nothing. Of course, we're going to talk about the pay-per-view, give some highlights, predictions, and brief thoughts on that too. We're going to talk about Don Callis, what we think his reactions might lead to. The Elite are back together, but how could they be changed from the actions that could come versus what's already happened? Collision now is on our doorstep, and we now know where we will begin the fun and chaos too. As we move towards Forbidden Door, and a consolation prize is going to be in WWE, and Trinity's back in professional wrestling. Yay. Making a positive impact in her life, as more people should. But I digress. Before we get into everything, gentlemen, how are you? Good to see you. Can't believe it's been over a month and a half. We haven't discussed together since WrestleMania. And shout out to everybody that's not here, including not limited to JD, Casey, Cindy, Amara JK, Megan Chiba, who's continuing to do great work over in the UK. Congratulations, Cindy, by the way, on your new correspondence job with South Professional Wrestling in your native woods. You're on your way to bigger things, my friend. We support you all the way. I hope you see nothing but continued success. Preacher Man, Casey Flynn, Dakota Cat, we'll be fine. You'll be all right, my friend. Keep up in strong spirits. Shout out to the real Ooze Indigo, who I know keeps up with his real talk on all things wrestling as well. Again, I could talk about the whole family, but we'll be here all night. Kid Bandit, etc.
Well, I do want to point out, Kid Bandit is currently doing well as they have taken on Rich Swann.
Oh, nice. I wonder if you could handle that.
It's CCW.
There you go.
Oh, well, I mean, again, GCW is one of those things that truly anyone could show up. From Billy Starks to Masha Slamovich, who, might I add, is now their GCW heavyweight champion. What the fuck?
Oh, boy.
And Vance Water, who just wants to fight everybody and then drink. And then, of course, I also want to give a shout out to our enforcer, Lex, who will be taking part in so many wrestling experiences live, including what's to come. Lucky, damn it, lucky. But lucky I digress. King, how are you this evening? Good to see you again.
Man, it's good to be back with you guys for about a month and a half. Man, it feels great. And after the Dynamite that, well, I didn't expect to see a suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying Sabu at AEW?
I was so confused by that. I was like, what?
What the fuck?
What?
I said this before. AEW is the epicenter of wrestling history.
I guess
exactly.
So. I mean,
we're not even in Philadelphia. Remember the homage to all the ECW legends to the point even Taz humbled himself and said, "Yeah, this is the best place I've ever worked for in my life." I'm just saying.
I mean,
Sabu in Las Vegas. James, what the hell? And James, good to see you once again. I know you just did a watch party. Go check it out, folks. Jay Hebert side 95 at FTW Productions for the
you'll be
Go Home to Double Nothing.
Which, by the way, you guys are seeing this right now. Probably at some point in the later morning, you will be seeing our coverage of AEW Dynamite's Go Home show right after that, or at least pretty soon after that. After Simply Predicting, actually. Which, by the way, why didn't you use my intro?
After you talk to your demon in the fridge.
Yeah, Lars. You talked to Lars.
Yeah, Lars, he's still being a bitch. He's raiding my fridge. I hate him.
Oh.
Anyway.
Damn.
Real quick.
He said it.
Real quick. Why did you not use my intro, bro? What you doing?
Because I was pressed for time and my thing was lagging. I was afraid that something was crashed. My PC was not going to be responding. For some reason, I had trouble loading in graphics, maybe because I was loading in everything all at once. But that's
probably why. Yeah, you don't ever want to do that. Yeah.
Well, again, when you're time crunched, because you gotta do the work and do everything else in between, you only can do so much. As I always try to protect my mentality. But it's good to see you. And last but not least, our inquirer, bringer of chaos, and all things in between. Follow him as always in the Wrestleverse at New Reality Entertainment. Eric, good to see you, man. How you been?
I've been great. I wanted to start this off on a positive note before we get into the absolute insane, up to the wall insanity that's been going on several months. Aussie Open is All Elite, correct?
That is correct. That's right. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis are now officially part of AEW. Kyle Fletcher, by the way, great match against Orange Cassidy, which, by the way, for those that aren't counting, that's 22 successful defenses for freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, who's been holding the International Championship. Acknowledge that shit in less than a year. But I digress.
But I have something interesting about what may have tempted Aussie Open to go All Elite.
And what would that be?
So Sean Ross Sapp, one of the few remaining journalists I actually trust with these sources, decided to come out and announce that Tony Khan paid for Mark Davis's surgery for his recent injury.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Now that's just respectful.
Yeah, he paid for, and here's the thing, he paid for him before he signed. So he was not without a contract. So he could have paid for the surgery and Ozzy could have went to WWE.
It's one of those things, that's pretty cool. Like I said, Tony Khan is not perfect. No human being is perfect.
Yeah.
But there are those with a conscience, even with one of the fattest wallets. Tony Khan is one of them. Respect.
And I'm just going to say this. Be a Mr. Beast or Tony Khan. Do not be a Jeff Bezos or Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the more you know.
Yeah.
The more you know. Ladies and gentlemen, the more you know. As we talk about this 10:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 24th, following the go home of AEW Dynamite. And with that being said, I also do want to just slightly bring this up. Unfortunate circumstances when it comes to the nature of the beast, that is the industry of professional wrestling, when injuries can happen at a split-second decision, and sometimes, again, you are your own worst enemy. Unfortunately, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher, who have been on the run of their lives this year across the entire wrestling industry, not only contending for Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships and the friggin' ladder match from the Supercard, and also contending for the Impact World Tag Team Championships at one point, too. They finally claimed the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships at Sakura Genesis against Bishamon, and claimed the WWE Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships over the Motor City Machine Guns and a Chaos Team, to relinquish both titles this past Sunday at Resurgence due to Mark Davis's injury.
That was such a downer.
At least Tony Khan paid for it.
I mean, Tony did pay for it, yeah, but fuck.
Yeah, and honestly, I really thought this was going to be Aussie Open's year.
Dude,
honestly.
Yeah. For real. Like, it was really looking like it was going on that track as well, because they were going crazy. Best, like, 5-star tag matches all the time. Yeah, bad ribs included. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Can you imagine going on a plane ride, let alone somewhere in America, but across the world to Japan, with bad ribs? Kyle Fletcher did that.
Yeah.
That goes to the testament of that work ethic. I wish...
At the same time, Noah, let's be real. I partially blame Cody, Kenny Omega, and other wrestlers for saying, I can work while being mutilated.
The thing is, though, why in the recent times, if you will, of the industry, you might have them as the standard of work ethic
Yeah,
and the lengths of the human anatomy beyond its limits. But this has been an ongoing thing because at the end of the day, this industry owes you nothing. You are expendable as a freaking dollar you make from your current job, if not the job beforehand. But you do what you need to stay relevant. But sometimes that's at your own well-being's risk, and some people take it further than others. Cody Rhodes, the torn pectoral muscle. Kyle Fletcher with the freaking ribs. I mean, Will Ospreay at one point says, "I will die for my wrestling legacy." And to anybody out there that's currently injured that I know of, including but not limited to Dakota Kai and Liv Morgan, which might I add, during that match, each one of them protected each other to make sure there was no further damage. That's what it means to work in this industry, folks. Look it up. I wish them the best. We still got legit Lana Hirsch. We still got Chris Statlander. Thunder Rosa might be back, not fully certain. The Bunny, like get well soon. Andrade, that's still up for debate. And to anybody, we don't even know.
And Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes Moné, yep.
Mercedes Moné, most recently. Again, concussion or a bad knee. I don't know. I just wish that she.
Ankle.
Okay. It's ankle? All right,
yeah.
thank you. To anybody out there working with injury or dealing with a long, lingering one, Kyle O'Reilly, excuse me, get well soon. Because at the end of the day, care about the human being.
Yep.
Not the competitor you see on TV. Especially when they're just a character. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of injuries, we all know Eddie Kingston's getting surgery for his hernia, right?
Correct, but he's only going to be out for a few weeks, and we already know what his
Yes, however, there was something I found out about Eddie Kingston's hernia injury according to a report.
What'd you find out?
He has been dealing with a hernia since September.
Yeah,
oh,
again,
wow.
again.
Yeah, the reason why he kept working.
That's what
here's the thing.
He's
reportedly he kept working because despite being in AEW for a few years, he's also combating with a 20-year mentality vet status where he has to be where he felt like I gotta keep working, or else I don't get to pay the bills. And then he just heading about a few months or so ago, he finally realized, oh wait, I have a guaranteed contract, I can make a living, and Tony Khan will pay for my injury. Okay, maybe I should have done that process first.
Again, the Eddie Kingston's mentality is unlike many people in this industry when it comes to. Yeah, but James, no two mentalities though are the same. And Eddie Kingston even came out in an article about what challenges he always faces with himself, for Pete's sake.
Yep, that's fair.
Players Tribune. Yep,
Players Tribune article.
And speaking of things that have been going on for the last few months, okay, I know we need to get off the rails for this. Okay. I have an update on Cody Rhodes and WrestleMania next year.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, okay.
So, we heard previously that there was a report that we're going to refinish the story with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns next year, right?
For those that have been sleeping under a rock, by the way, because we haven't been on air since before WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes did not finish the story against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
And James is still mad about that, I bet.
Yep. We'll get to that rant. I'll rant.
Yeah, I understand, but you might want to get to it early because about what I'm about to say.
No, yeah, go right ahead.
About WrestleMania.
Oh, this might be the Jay Hubert rant moment for you.
Please go ahead.
As always,
give me the scoop.
It's now being discussed that WrestleMania's Raw main event will not be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. It will be Cody Rhodes versus Volta.
That's not a bad subtangent, considering two things.
It's still BS writing. We're not going to even finish the story. We're just going to be,
hold on. I know what.
At least I like the match idea.
I will say this then. I guess no need for a rant because I guess that means he's winning Money in the Bank and cashing in on Roman, right? Right?
Hope. I'm down.
It's been rumored LA Knight's the guy.
I'm just going to say this before we talk more about Money in the Bank, okay? Baby faces and Money in the Bank don't belong to 6 cents because it never works out for them. Do you all remember what John Cena did?
Yep. Became the first person to fail to cash in.
All right.
That's because he had too much of an honor system. At least Bryan Danielson was the face when he...
So in other words, after I'm done with WWE Aftershock for these next week, then I'm not watching WWE anymore. All right, got it.
That free up your schedule if nothing else, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, James, I got a question. Did you hear about WWE's recent lawsuit they're facing from a former writer?
Again?
A writer strike?
No, not the writer strike. A lawsuit that happened about a few weeks ago.
Go ahead.
A former writer sued the WWE for very offensive racist scripts.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and specifically suing Vince, who was back in charge.
Yeah, well,
shocker.
There was an update from WWE's side when they heard this, even though they haven't commented about it. WWE, when they heard about the lawsuit and the name, they were like, "Who are you again?" ...
Well, I mean, that's actually probably genuine. How many fucking writers have come through those goddamn doors?
Yeah, they
How
were
many
like,
writers have lost their mind?
They were like, "Who's she?" What? She had a pen name? Oh, we didn't know that. We didn't even know she existed for the most part.
Hi, expendable worker number 36.
Okay, so I guess I am ranting about this because...
If you want. Especially after what happened with Mansoor and Mustafa Ali.
Well, I don't even know what the hell happened there, but I'm
not. Mansoor's a maximum male model.
One
what you
thing
say about him, he's been off air for like...
I was about to say, let me tackle one thing at a time here. So
okay, I understand.
Don't overwhelm his mind.
Cody, number one, like, and I put it this way, and maybe this is tinfoil, whatever. You know, this is where I could fucking let this shit out. Anybody that wants to tell me that Vince McMahon doesn't have a say in the creative process, believes in the bullshit that's being fed to the fucking dirt sheets, and don't believe in anything else. Cut the fucking BS with that bullshit. You want to know how I can tell Vince is back in the writing and creative department? One simple reason. The world title was originally meant to be Cody's unveiling of the new WWE title! Hello? Does anybody not fucking see what I'm seeing here?
Yeah.
Does nobody fucking see that? Like, it's so baffling to me that nobody fucking can use common sense. I guess it really is true what fucking JJ says. If common sense were easy, more people would fucking use it.
Amen.
It's fucking obvious. It's obvious from the word go that this is supposed to be the new world title. It's obvious. They fucking changed plans and fucked everything up to appease Vince because whoever the fuck his name is from Endeavor wanted Vince back in the fucking creative directive. That's what it was. Ari Emanuel.
And he was Vince's buddy.
So, please spare me the bullshit that Vince isn't back in a creative fucking capacity, please. Please.
We hear you, James.
Fucking God, man. Yeah, well, I know you guys do, but everybody else is just like, oh no, Triple H is back. Triple H is back. Clearly, he's fucking not. I watched Raw last week. I haven't even gotten to Raw this week yet. Fuck. Last week was a drag. You're telling me that that's fucking Triple H booking? I don't think so.
That's funny you mentioned that, Tyler, because as we know, they will crown the first champion this Saturday between Seth Rollins of Monday Night Raw and AJ Styles of Friday Night SmackDown.
I got an update on that one, too. Go
ahead.
So, we've all been under the assumption Seth Rollins is going to win this, right?
He's on Raw. It would make sense if they have any sort of brand
identity. You're asking too much. Accordingly,
I know.
WWE is in a mixed position on this. They don't know if they should give it to Seth Rollins or AJ Styles. It's actually quite simple why they think this. Reportedly, WWE realized, for some reason, even though this was clearly months in advance, that Seth Rollins is on the set of Captain America Civil War. If he goes to Hollywood, we can't give him a belt. We got to make out the logic even more stupider.
Yeah, you haven't
Which
said
I knew.
Say AJ Styles, you want this Raw title?
Go ahead, King.
Which the draft is pointless, guys. We all know this. The draft is pointless because AJ Styles is a SmackDown superstar. So if they're going to base off the fact that, okay, Seth is going to miss more time and more Raw tapings because he's got to film Captain America New World Order movie set. Oh, AJ, here you go. You're a SmackDown star, even though this title is meant for Raw. Here you go.
I don't even, honestly, knowing how backwards this shit is, they're probably gonna, isn't Roman on Raw or some shit?
No, he's on
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Okay, so what? SmackDown's going to get all 3 world titles?
It's not just 3 world titles. They're also probably going to get all the tag team titles, too.
Okay, stop trying to make him Ultimo Dragon 2.0. Here's the thing. Hello, Jeff Meacham. Look, if AJ Styles wins, there's the biggest thing I can see coming out of this Superstar shakeup. They draft the entire OC to Monday Night Raw because Seth and Rollins will be off on a movie set because USA Network wants a constant presence as a champion on their product. That's really what this comes down to. And as far as the AJ Styles involvement, let's keep this in mind. When they started this whole tournament, Vince creative decision, direction or not, call it what it is. They competed against actual sports and were getting chewed out. They still got chewed the fuck out due to the freaking NBA playoffs.
Yep. And by the way, it's funny that they're trying to do this and appease the networks when in reality it hasn't fucking worked. Because now, neither one of them is mentioning WWE at all. Not USA, not Fox. So
really surprises me.
Either they're that pissed off and sour about how badly Vince fungled the fucking bag from when he was in charge, then when he took his break and then came back as the chairman, or this is a lot deeper than we thought, and it's going to ESPN, which means we have to pay for pay-per-view again, along with the fucking subscription for Disney.
I'm not paying $70 for no pay-per-view.
God, no way I'm doing that. No way.
I understand. I'm not doing that either. I already have my money set for AEW events, and if they get HBO Max, then we win. Oh, wait, I mean, just Max. HBO Max is dead because brand recognition is
Max.
And as we know, Max already has AEW All Access on their platform. So that might be more of a true fruition than we think. We might be done dealing with Bleacher Report, which would be such a freaking saving grace. Ugh.
Yeah, Bleacher Report ain't great.
No, it is a very sucky interface. Blah. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, a couple other things before we move into our next topic here, whether it's Impact or...
Well, we got Eric wants to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
What you got on your mind? Go real quick.
Okay, not Tony Khan, Nick Khan, the false Khan. He had been preaching for the last month or so, saying, okay, the merger's going to happen. We're not going to cut anyone from the roster. We're all good. Bullshitting. WrestleVotes just leaked it. Yeah. That by July 1st, they will be cutting some of the talent roster. And of course, everyone was like saying, oh, well, I mean, like, granted, they lied to their talent, but, you know, it's WWE. That's what's going to happen. And I was like,
independent contractors, I mean, they don't have to tell them everything. You know that. So.
Yeah, but I'm that guy that's sitting in the background is like, but Nick Khan kept saying to them that wasn't going to happen, and he clearly lied.
Yeah, of course he did.
That's Nick Khan's job. That's what he does best.
He sells people. He sells.
And he's also open to moving SmackDown to Amazon Prime.
Yeah, what a fucking stupid-ass idea.
And
wait. How would that work? Amazon Prime doesn't have, like, a live TV
They don't
service.
have a live TV service. They would be moving into streaming. I guarantee you there's a couple reasons why. First off, fucking ESPN Plus is in bed with some of the guys on Amazon there. That's why, number one.
Yep.
No offense, Jeff, but it's true. Number two, okay, the reason is because they think streaming is the future, and Vince, being nearsighted again, doesn't realize that you have to kind of, I don't know, do this thing called build an audience first.
I mean, he kind of did that with WWE Network, didn't he?
No, did he? He built he built an audience that wants to just watch the fucking legacy content and not watch any of the other shit because they fucking chased away everybody
Black and Gold
else.
NXT was one.
Dude, they chased away
NXT,
4 million people over the last fucking decade. You're telling... And the only people that watch now are fucking old heads. No offense again, right? But no, that's the truth. You can look at the fucking analytics. Like, how are you going to get those viewers back? Genuinely, how are you going to get those viewers back? You're not.
Okay, I know how. Vince turns himself in for all the horrible crimes he's done.
That ain't happening.
Now that he's like a $9 billion net worth individual, that ain't happening ever.
Dude,
ever since that sell to Endeavor.
Ari even said it. Vince is going to remain in that position until his death. get used to it.
Yep.
But Triple H is in charge of creative. Nothing is changing.
He? In title, he is.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. If he really was in charge, this wouldn't be as bungled as it is.
With the way I've been seeing the women's division on the main roster,
I'm convinced Triple H bungled that. I blame the both of them on that one. There's no way. There's no way. That tag division is goddamn. It's been
the tag division is a Triple H trial and fail project. I get that, but guys, let's keep this in mind. Their insert brand name here for titles are on the opposite brands.
Yep. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I know we don't want to see no trade off, considering what happened to the last event that happened, where it was revealed Charlotte and Becky hate each other now, and we all know how awkward that was.
Right.
It's just. Okay, someone actually pointed out in the comments, okay, WWE, here's the logical solution. How about you just call one belt the WWE Women's Championship, and you call the other belt the Women's World Championship?
Yeah, or you could have called
what you just said when you said WWE and Logic.
Yeah,
don't mix.
It don't mix. It hasn't mixed.
If we had a drinking game for how many times we try to put WWE and Logic in the same sentence, we all be dead from alcohol poisoning.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's bad, man. Like I wanted to really like it. I remember like literally on the
structure. You need structure.
Literally on the last ATW, I was like excited for what could be, and then they just fungled the fucking bag so bad. And I'm like,
I mean, people still think Asuka should have won at WrestleMania, and she didn't.
I'm done. My patience has died. I'm over it. Like, I guess WWE just isn't meant for me anymore. Maybe I'm the problem, like they've been saying for years. So I'm gone. That's it.
Like at this point, you can only handle it so much until you're just like, I'm just glad we have more options.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and flip the switch here and talk about some.
Well, hold on. Let King speak.
Go ahead, King. I know you had a thought there, but you're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to respect the talent down there as well as everyone should respect the talent down there, of course. But I'm with James on this one. Like, I'm done. Like, I'll watch clips, highlights, other than that. But as far as giving my full attention, done.
The only reason it has my full attention for 2 weeks is because I have to host WWE Aftershock in Owen's absence. Otherwise, I would not even talk about any of this shit.
And you're gonna talk about also main event level up, which somehow still exists, also.
Bro, and you know what the fucking funniest bit is? The biggest highlight of my week, even though I had to be realistic about it. But for me, personally, the highlight of the week was whoever the fuck the dude coming out to the People's Court theme is. He was on Level Up. That was the highlight of the week, because I wasn't expecting to hear the fucking People's Court theme. Like, I died. I fucking died.
They can't come up with anything original. They had to use the People's Court.
Yeah, I don't even know. What the fuck is his name from NXT? He's been on main NXT.
Me neither.
He's a lawyer gimmick, so that's why he comes out to it, and I just died. Because it's so campy. Yeah, it's so fucking campy, but it's like, you laugh at it, so it's like, there is that.
It's like so bad, so cheesy, it just works. It's like, not my NXT, but it's better than what it used to be. I even said that to JJ, but it's still not black and gold. It's not black and red. It's not what it used to be. I know, don't live in the past. You should be moving on. Yeah, I get that, but it doesn't mean I have to live happily 100% of the time in the world I live in now, and that definitely goes for the wrestling industry. But I will say this, trying to flip the switch.
I do have good news for you, Noah, about NXT.
What? Go ahead.
Carmelo Hayes has come out to his podium and given his political platform as new NXT champion. Not only will I, Carmelo Hayes, go ahead and rid ourselves of the rainbow-colored vomit that is the NXT titles, but I am pledging to give you black and gold style wrestling matches for our main event parties.
I mean, again, we'll see what happens when they go to Lowell, Massachusetts as we speed forward to the fact that NXT is going back on the road again this Sunday with Battleground, and it will feature Carmelo Hayes defending the NXT Championship in his own turf.
That will last all of 2 months. Sorry, what?
Chris Brown Breaker.
Yeah, I give it 2.5 months at best.
Damn, you really are just So you think Carmelo Hayes is just gonna drop the ball?
It's not. I don't even blame Carmelo. I just blame the people that are the heads.
It's Sean. It's Sean and his team.
I mean, I guess that's fair considering what happened during the draft. Yeah, he lost all three of his NXT Women's champions.
I mean, I get Carmelo Hayes is great talent. I've seen some of his work, but I'm just like, as much as I want to trust him trying to fulfill his campaign promises, he still has to go through Sean, Bruce Pritchard, probably Vince, haven't done camera shaking everything, and the.
Oh, that's still a thing.
That's still a thing.
Oh yeah, that's still a thing.
Oh yeah, big time.
Just I only watch the PLEs. Well, I call the PLEs to be fair, but yeah, they're all right. Anyway.
It's bad.
Okay, so quick little sub-tangent as I look at all things wrestling, of course, because that's what we do. Congratulations to Sonata and Just Five Guys who have really changed the landscape of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Sonata beat Okada. I also want to give a shout out to Zack Sabre, who's been a phenomenal NJPW World Television Champion. And now he and Samoa Joe are tag teaming this week together.
I'll be right back because my dinner's here, by the way.
Oh, you're good, man. Good. This is not brought to you by DoorDash. Enjoy some good food. Of course, we'll see what that'll lead to Samoa Joe versus Zack Sabre Jr. TV title for TV title soon enough. We also have in Pro Wrestling Noah, Axios is back. Ghost Shiaki, I'm going to butcher your name. Sorry, Elizabeth. Ghost Shiaki and Nakajima. Again, I'm tired, folks, and I'm not even drunk. I still haven't drank yet, despite my mentality being fractured almost at one point, but I digress. I don't know how the hell I hold up. Anyway, Stardom, Mayu Itai's finally IWGP Women's Champion, and Tam Nakano finally got the red belt, and the Golden Phoenix has finally been brought down to earth. Congratulations to Mina Shirakawa for her win. And also in NWA, Camille is still 1X. Congrats to her. She takes on the Tamakova in the Cracker Cup. And that's just a few things going on. Some other things and all things wrestling. Again, Macho Slam vs. current GCW Rabbit Champ, as I heard earlier. Let's go ahead and talk about somebody, though, who finally decided to make an impact in the best booked women's division since its inception, particularly since 2020, when it truly changed the game. I don't know about you, but King, I feel like you're filling the globe now because Trinity is now part of the Knockouts roster in Impact Wrestling. She just had her first debut match against Kylan King, which, must I add, you watched it. You literally decided to watch Impact Wrestling for her debut, and that was just a promo segment. So I got to ask you, did you go back on YouTube and watch her highlight of her match with Kylan King? And what's your thoughts on her in Impact Wrestling?
Yes, I did. And her match with Kylan King, I watched it on YouTube. I had a chance to go and watch it on their YouTube channel, and she has not shown any ring rust whatsoever. Like, I feel like with this best booked women's division under Gail Kim in Impact, I'll give, if I was to make a prediction of when she become Impact Women's World Champion, I'll give it by the end of this year, because as how I can see it happening for Trinity. Yeah, she's got to get through Deonna Purrazzo, Jordan Grace. Well, no, because Jordan Grace fall. Well, yeah, Jordan Grace, if she can beat Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a moment.
But of course, Kylan King, Taylor Wilde, and others. Oh, and Rosemary, Rosemary as well. But like I said, Impact Women's World Champion by 2023. Trinity will have it. I mean, she's doing really well, and she's going to continue to be booked really well underneath Gail Kim.
Eric, you have anything further to add? I know you had thoughts regarding Trinity and her choice ever since, her and Mercedes Moné, the former Sasha Banks, they both went their own way to kind of redefine themselves. But it was Mercedes Moné, particularly, that found her wrestling passion. It felt like a lot sooner than Trinity, or do you think Trinity just was buying her time? Was it maybe something she was waiting for out of her old WWE contract?
Hold on.
What you got? Because again, she came back literally following WrestleMania week. It felt like why freaking Mercedes Moné. She's been a mainstay across New Japan and Stardom since the beginning of the year, January 4th. And also another thing, Ring of Honor had their, the Supercard of Honor. Athena's one of the greatest Ring of Honor Women's World Champions I've ever seen. There is no stopping her, it seems. Unfreaking believable.
Bar none. That woman is continued to be a dominant champion in a Ring of Honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Freaking lootly. We, of course, have reached for the Sky Boy ladder match where Mark Briscoe retired the old title, and Lucha Bar is now the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. And this new era of Ring of Honor, it's been delivering on our fronts every week. We've seen to really enjoy these shows. They kind of remind us of what our Black and Gold NXT used to be. And while you get like 11 to 10 matches, they still show what Honor is about. Ring of Honor, particularly. That freaking fight without Honor was absolutely ridiculous, but it was almost like, a respectful ushering in the torch. But this is still our brand. This is what we are here for. No, we are still here. This is our company. Again, what the Kingdom did with Darius Martin, actually, and Andretti, damn good stuff. And I like how the Ring of Honor women's division is developing.
Really
of course, Claudio still our Ring of Honor world champion after Eddie Kingston came this close. And Katsuri Shibata is the new Ring of Honor pure champion, which who would have thought you ever see that guy with a title again?
Which he will defend that title against one of his students on June 1st against Alex Coughlin for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship.
Alex Coughlin, of course, who had a recent blood sport fight with freaking Jon Moxley and a great showing and a win over Christopher Daniels at Resurgence. As again, NJPW LA Dojo, they're building their NJPW Academy showcasing, led by I think Fred Rosser. And of course, right now we're looking at what Bullet Club is becoming. But before that, also, congratulations to the Best Super Juniors 30, Tremendous Torment, and Speedo Mike Bailey, his debut. He won his block. He's in the semifinals. But this whole Clark Connors and Bullet Club thing, I will say this, hell of a fight with Dan Maloney. He was every night Empire. But I don't know how I feel about this new perspective of this Bullet Club in Japan, led by David Finlay.
Well, at least we got Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah, that is true, considering, again, also, Jay White, he became All Elite, and Jay White and Juice Robinson, they rode together, and they're feuding with Ricky Starks. Hell of a beatdown angle tonight, jeez. And it surprises me that, yet, we still have not gotten a new member for Bullet Club Gold. What's going to happen at this point?
Let's see. I get the feeling they're going to probably start doing members or whatnot when we get to Forbidden Door build-up.
Well, we know one thing that's building up to Forbidden Door, and that will be Kenny Omega defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against either, at this point, Lance Archer or Will Ospreay, because Tanahashi lost to Ospreay at Resurgence, although I do worry about the shoulder, because I did see that, and just going to put that out there. By the way, more stuff about
Stormbreaker.
Right. Well, more stuff about Kerr, by the way, in NJPW. That was a phenomenal match with Mercedes Moné. CMLL represents. She belongs there.
That was awesome.
Speaking of CMLL, congrats to Teton, who beat Hiromu Takahashi, which means Hiromu will not win Best Super Juniors for the 5th time or 4th year in a row. We will actually have a new winner. Maybe that means we'll finally have someone else hold the damn championship soon enough. But anyway. Speaking of new champions, as we talk about Impact Wrestling a little bit, Steve Macklin finally claimed the gold, much to James' pleasure, despite the fact he had streaming issues with the pay-per-view, but I hope he was able to watch it later. Deonna Purrazzo, as King alluded to, is once again the Knockouts champion. Long may she reign. And she will defend King against Jordan Grace this Friday at Under Siege. But here's the caveat, because it's their 4th encounter. If Jordan Grace loses, she can no longer challenge for the Knockouts World Championship as long as Deonna Purrazzo holds the prize. So you literally might be building towards maybe Bound for Glory program. Trinity versus Deonna Purrazzo. It was last year at Bound for Glory. And I believe the Knockouts Women's World Championship. No, it didn't change hands. It was Masha Slamovich. It was the year before that the title changed hands. But that's when Mickie James beat Deonna Purrazzo. Speaking of Mickie James, I do wonder at this point, is she done? Is she retired? Because we all saw what happened. She wasn't cleared by Rebellion, and she relinquished the title and left her hat and the mic in the Impact ring in front of nobody.
Questions.
Yeah,
surrounding Mickie.
She did the last rodeo, and she accomplished it, but it looks like she went out on her last ride, pun intended.
Well,
so
until WIW has her. Because that is a thing. That is a thing.
Fair enough. As a side tangent, I'll give you that. I also want to give respect out to the people that attended Backlash and made it such a memorable environment and experience, not just for those that were there working, but for us viewing, because that Backlash felt like literally Puerto Rico's own WrestleMania to me, and I still say that Bad Bunny should have been the main event. Bad Bunny was the biggest thing on that entire card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now that Puerto Rico got Backlash, now people have, the rest. I think Eric talked about it, saying that the wrestlers want, their events to happen in Puerto Rico, sometime in the near future. WWE's like, no, we're not going back to Puerto Rico anytime soon.
Probably because the tourist port probably can't afford that price, because WWE is always going to make sure that they get paid. Otherwise, it's a no way. But speaking of things, I don't think we talked about this, particularly on the last ATW View, because I don't think it was made official during that time either. But AEW is finally going into international waters with their biggest show and crowd and gates to date.
Wow. Yeah.
As August, we go all in London in front of, right now, over 65,000 people in Wembley Stadium, and not a single match has been announced. I can't stress it enough. This company, while we are literally celebrating WWE's 5th inauguration and the company brand name 4-year anniversary, come tomorrow, by the way, May 25th, in less than a freaking 4-year maturity span, AEW has this going for them at the end of the summer. In 2023, that's unheard of. That's tremendous. And again, no match announced. So the expectations had to be set so high for this. As well as fans in AEW, do we question if they can surpass it? No, but I do have thoughts if they can meet it, because when the first Forbidden Door was announced, we saw the many hurdles that happened with it. Not to mention the countless injuries.
Yep.
I don't want that to be a repeat for what could be the biggest show in the company's history. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
So, again, I am concerned, but yeah, again, congratulations to AEW and what they achieved with All In, and I do think the summer will be make or break for the direction of this company in the long run, and I do think it starts with the precipice they set at Double or Nothing, which I'm sure we'll talk about here shortly when we run down the card.
Speaking of All In, oh god, I was keeping heavy track on All In, on the registrations and all that going on. I was like, man, they're really going for it. They're really going to go for it after being only around for like what, four years.
Yep.
And I was like,
yep.
I was also someone gave their concerns that they didn't think they could sell it out, not because they couldn't, is because in the UK the government there sucks with the cost of living crisis and all that.
That it ain't gonna matter. I'm telling you. First off, if whether you love him or hate him, if Punk, which we know he's pretty much there after announcing Collision's going to be in the United Center, they wouldn't have announced it otherwise. But if and when Punk arrives, they're going to sell it out. They already sold it out on just the name, the brand alone. All they need now is Punk for the rest.
Yeah,
at this point, that's all they need.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how many more will sell.
Continue.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm curious to know how much more do you think they'll make when they start building up matches and storylines for that?
Oh, good lord, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to sell it out at this point. If they already sold 60,000 seats, how many seats do they have?
65,000 against the 80 to 90,000 venue.
Okay, so with a 90,000 seat venue, yeah, they got it.
Potentially.
They got it, no problem.
I mean, originally, I think the expectation was they wanted to go for like 70,000 or like 74,000. So I mean,
no, I actually read that up. Apparently, they thought they could at least get 40,000, and now
they surpassed it.
Yeah.
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 So we won today! Yay!
They did 150% of their expectation, and there hasn't been a single match announced, and they still have literally 3 months to build this thing.
Yeah. And of course, we all knew what was going to happen when this happened. They would come out to attack.
But only if you acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Because we all know everyone lurks in the darkest of spaces.
Yeah, and we got the typical brain dead logic of theirs, which is Tony can't pay for it. It's scalpers. It's yadas. It's oh my god, it's the devil. And here's the thing I'm like, okay, I expected all that to happen. Like, let's be real, we all expected that.
Yeah.
Doug, you kidding me?
But here's the thing that I didn't see coming, which is surprising. They said, "Wow, AEW's doing well in the UK." Man, that must say a lot about how their chances are going in well in the US. That means they suck somehow.
Or people don't understand that a domestic market versus an international market are two totally different animals. There's a reason why Backlash felt bigger than freaking most W shows this year.
Except, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that's been annoying me. This is also from WWE and from fans. Did everyone just forget Puerto Rico is part of the United States?
Yeah,
it's a territory.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Everyone treats it like it's an international event, and I'm like, it's a territory. It's a domestic event.
It's
they just don't want to go there.
It's U.S. It's straight up U.S. Puerto Rico's
concludes your geography lesson.
Puerto Rico. The only reason it's not a state is because Puerto Rico refuses to make themselves a state because they don't want the citizens have made it very clear they don't want to pay taxes. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why they're not a state.
You can't blame them. Not in this economy. You can't blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, WWE. Okay, so the wrestlers were like excited for Puerto Rico, and they were like, "We should have Backlash every year at Puerto Rico." And I was like, "Okay, I'd be cool for that." Then WWE was telling everybody, "Look, we're not going back to Puerto Rico unless they pay us."
Right.
Again, about the money. The tourist board got paid.
And here's the thing. Like, this is the thing. WWE is now trying to do a show in Australia, but they won't do it unless a tourism company goes ahead and pays for the venue instead of, WWE and their billions of dollars.
And the funny thing, and the funny thing about that, Impact Wrestling is finally going down under to Australia. Good for them. And the thing is, I say Impact Wrestling's been getting more of an outreach than it has been in a long time in a positive light. Long freaking overdue for this company. Don't sleep with Impact Wrestling. But say it all the time.
Especially after what Eric Bischoff did to it.
Well, I feel like people can't forget about the past, let alone move on from it like I have. Like I said, since Slammiversary 2020, this company has redefined itself thanks to the family-oriented, respected structure created by Scott D'Amore and Gail Kim, and I guess now Santino Morelli, aka Anthony Corelli. Even though I think
partially that, Noah, but I also am on the opinion that Impact Wrestling looked at everything as like, look, we have a company that had a dead man walking, a guy who was going ahead from a mental asylum that should not be there, another guy who could control fire. Let's just admit it. This is a crazy industry. Let's just embrace that we're insane and not be so strict about it.
Yeah, right.
Be more comfortable in who you want to be, redefine yourself. I think Mickie James even said that herself when she came back. And also, Frank Kazarian, in that matter, who came back to say that Impact Wrestling is his legacy. He's here to lead by example, to carry on the next generation, endorse that generation for professional wrestling. All the bright upcomers like Chris Bay, Ace Austin, put it up, King, who are the current Impact World Tag Team champions, ABC, Ace Bay Connection, for those that don't know what it stands for. And they're defending the titles against former NXT UK talent, Subculture, with Danny Luna. They signed Jody Fred, of course, most recently from the Toronto area, of course, longtime great veteran, former bouncer, by the way, for the Rebel Complex. They went up to Canada for the first time in 3 years in front of a sold-out venue. And they sold out, I think, nearly again for Under Siege. They'll be here at my state in Columbus. Impact Wrestling is making moves. And again, their women's division is still on par, the best booked on the restaurant front and the most respected, especially the most diverse, in my opinion. You got Killer Kelly, Jody Fred, Alicia Edwards, Savannah Evans, Giselle Shaw, Rosemary, Jessica, Taya Valkyrie was there, but then she got sent to the Undead Realm, and now she's in AEW. We'll talk more about that in
I still don't get that. I mean,
I don't get that either. Don't use your brain. You'll work better. Masha Slamovitz, and of course Taylor Wilde, who at one point wanted to retire, and the Mud Effing King, kind of King, and they are the current Knockouts Tag Team Champions. And I'm pretty sure I missed at least one or two other women. That's the depth of that division.
Well, I also have an announcement too. Hold on, let me go get it.
Okay, you do that.
Oh boy,
this should be interesting. Well, but yeah, man, like I'm glad Impact is doing well because that might be the only one that doesn't have some drama going in it right now. I'll be real.
Yes, But I will get to say I'm going back to All Elite Wrestling in June.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, gee, I wonder why, Eric, because wasn't there a particular announcement here tonight?
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, not that one. I'm calling to Dynamite. This was beforehand. You know, the thing I was joking to you about, and when I said one of my steps was to gloat.
Oh, well, fair enough, but...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, as we know, AEW Dynamite will be on a huge Canadian tour because the All, of course, will be taking place. I believe, again, the opening ceremonies at Double or Nothing. But also, that won't be the only thing that's taking over our lives. How you feel about Saturday nights? Because, folks, get ready to have more wrestling in your life. Lord help us. Collision is official on TNT starting Saturday, June 17th. And the first show comes to us from Chicago, Illinois in the United Center.
Well, we know Punk's back. Go. Now we can finally
this is more concrete than what the journalists have been giving us.
Yeah. I'm just so glad because now we can finally fucking leave September from last year behind us, finally. I don't know why it was talked about for this fucking long. Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure even triggered Bischoff when Conrad Thompson brought it up.
Bischoff.
Dude,
have you all heard what Bischoff...
I've seen. I'll take this one, Eric. Okay.
Oh, God damn it.
First up, let me just get this out the goddamn way right off the bat. Okay.
All right. James,
so Bischoff, for context, Bischoff and Conrad were having an argument about the AEW brawlout again for the 50 millionth fucking time. Because why not? Bischoff really doesn't like AEW, as we all fucking know. Has stopped liking AEW ever since Tony Khan dissed on Ted Turner or whatever the fucking he really didn't. But,
yeah, that was it.
Whatever. Didn't even diss on Ted Turner. I've been over this on open mic night ad nauseum. Who cares? So, he's petty. He's being petty. And so, he talks about CM Punk. Oh, he wants a steal back. And that's bad. That's really stupid. We're on hold because the guy that got fired, he got fired. And he wants to bring him back because he's his friend. Are you kidding me? He's worse than Hulk Hogan. He's the... everybody says how much of a politician that Hulk Hogan is. I think that CM Punk is worse. Because I'm not friends with Phil. But I'm friends with Terry. I'm friends with him. Fucking...
All right, James.
James, I had mentioned this. I said this on Twitter. You saw it. You retweeted it. But I had said my piece on this, and I said this. Hogan, racist, apathetic towards hurricane victims, destroyed a company, crippled another company, was given creative control, refused to put people over unless someone higher than him made him do it, and he goes so big that someone could jump off of it and jump straight into their conscience. Punk has a prideful ego, did business even when he didn't agree, aka Triple H versus Punk at Night of Champions and all the other crazy solids he was given and broken promises.
That Night of Champions.
Is willing to do business with people he don't like. He has there has been reports he is willing to say sorry to the elite, but legal reasons stop it.
Yeah.
And had a life that no doubt caused this combative mindset. And yes, he can be a jerk when push comes to shove. Bischoff, he is clearly worse. And here's me face palming.
You're an idiot, bro. No, for real. I understand you're friends with fucking Hogan, but even you cannot be this fucking ridiculous to go and say that the motherfucker who used a racial slur is worse than a dude who thought that EVPs were being childish. And by the way, regardless if you liked them, he was kind of right. Like, that is somehow worse than what Hogan did. Okay.
Correct.
And I can't wait to hear what the fuck he thinks about the goddamn elite. Or, wait, didn't ask. Fucking moron, man.
By the way, there was one other thing I brought up about I brought up this about Hogan afterwards until someone pointed it out, and I was like, oh wait, he also did this other thing. Let's see. He goes ahead and accuses that Betty White died due to COVID vaccines because that conspiracy theory need to be said.
Yeah, dude.
Wears the tinfoil hat.
And of course, someone pointed out the obvious logic flaw in this. Like, wait, Hogan afraid of needles? That's a first.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, I'm just so done with this shit, man. Like, how are you going? How are you going to say with a straight face on the air? No wonder Conrad walked off, by the way. But I'll get to him in a minute because I'm not just directing my fury on this just to Bischoff. But how are you going to go and say Punk is worse than Hogan when that's, without a shadow of a doubt, far from the fucking case, right?
This is certainly a different subtangent conversation.
It's still wrestling related, man.
It is still wrestling related. But how are you going to go and straight up say that? And then fucking expect not to get that reaction from anybody. You should have guessed that this was going to be the fucking reaction, you moron. Like, what was the idea? To generate traffic? Because it had the fucking opposite effect. If this was... And this is where I blame fucking... You know, this is exactly where I'm coming in, and I'm putting the fucking band hammer on fucking Conrad also. What are you doing bringing up AEW at all on a show that involves Eric fucking Bischoff? You know what's going to happen 99.9% of the fucking time. Why bother?
Poke a bear.
Why are you poking the bear? Other than for some bullshit clicks for your fucking podcast.
Oh, I can take a wild guess. I have a theory about that.
Can't be that fucking angry, Conrad, if you're getting fucking bumps in your viewership because people are stupid enough to follow this shit.
Well, if I have to take a guess why Conrad brought up AEW on his podcast with Bischoff, it's actually quite simple.
Go ahead.
Because Conrad is probably still pissed that they did not hire Ric Flair after Dark Side of the Ring happened.
He's not that fucking pissed. Come on.
Let's be real. He's the reason.
Though.
But he's the reason Ric Flair came back. We all know this.
We know that. We understand that. But the only reason he came back is because the fucking person that was talking about him in the Dark Side of the Ring, people kind of finally understood what the fuck she said anyway. So it was bound to happen regardless. That's nothing. Like, who cares? He couldn't have been that mad if he still has JR. He wasn't fucking shitting on AEW while he was covering AEW with JR. Who JR, by the way, talks nothing but positively when AEW is brought up.
Plausible deniability?
Yeah, it just comes down to, I'm doing this for the clicks. That's it. That's it.
I mean, that's mostly how the internet works anymore. Clickbait.
Yeah, yep. He did it because he knew it was going to get that reaction. And then he tried to have the equal and opposite reaction. But the thing is, Conrad, knowing how I know Conrad, right?
Right.
He's actually genuine about it. And I'm over here like, bro, you knew what was going to happen, so if you really didn't want it, why did you do it? So, and if you think that you're not doing it for clicks, brother, dude, you really need to get yourself a fucking mirror check, bro. Seriously. Like, there's...
I shattered it.
Dude, seriously, there is no other reason why you would have brought up AEW without knowing what the hell was going to happen.
Well, let's be real. If he did this with Jim Cornette, it would have been more obvious.
Obviously, but he's not doing a podcast with Jim Cornette, thank God. Well, you know,
like I can't imagine how that conversation would go.
Sub-tangent aside, like, all it is like, Bischoff is upset that they fucking used goddamn theming of the Nitro logo and then put it on their fucking logo for Collision. That's the only reason he's pissed off about it.
Yeah, speaking of that, he just
wants to shit AEW he wants to shit all over AEW. That's all he wants to do.
Some people are just like that, unfortunately.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually heard about his comment regarding the AEW Collision logo, saying how it's a ripoff, a direct ripoff. And I was like, and this is my response. I said, AEW is doing more to honor the legacy of WCW than WWE has done outside documentaries, and even then they have their biased and revisionist angles. I get Bischoff and TK had a falling out over comments about Ted Turner, but does this nonsense need to continue?
No.
I don't think it's so much that. I think it's so much the perspective of that. Basically, I mean, James, you basically talked about this logo and what it actually is on Open Mic Night. The logo, presentation, and political BS aside, let's think about what this show could be, though, especially with the fact that we didn't even talk about this hiring. Will Washington. Will Washington is now part of All Elite Wrestling, and that is a major, major addition to the company, considering what he brings forward when it comes to a vested interest and a scope in marketing, and along with so many other talents. We know that they want to use an AEW Collision to book a roster that hasn't been booked lately on Dynamite. They want to try and actually use more of their talent in storytelling and showcasing, not just with AEW Collision, but also, of course, with AEW Dynamite, especially since RIP, Dark and Elevation are no longer a thing. They are canceled indefinitely. RIP to that great era that brought us so many great matches and so many incredible talents. Thank you for that. But I digress. I don't have anything on my Mondays and Tuesday nights, but that's okay. Now I can sleep and do gaming. But I digress. Anyway, and we also learned that Rampage finally gets some sort of direction as that new foundation to showcase independent talent. Could be another way to shape them, test them, maybe sign them for the long term going forward. Like what Ring of Honor is kind of doing with their own thing as well. Why Ring of Honor will not necessarily be in collision with AEW intentionally. Even though tonight Go Home show we did have a Ring of Honor tag team title showcase. I will put that out there. But yeah, a collision, a pair of the people they're going to use. If we saw the commercial of the day, you got Thunder Rosa, you got Samoa Joe. We even heard thoughts about Andrade. You got the House of Black. You got Miro, who came back out of nowhere and entered Tony Khan's office. The Redeemer must be redeemed. I'm optimistic towards who could use Collision as their launching platform to reignite their career in professional wrestling. Outside of those names, King, you've been quiet for a while as we had a great conversation with these two. So what's your thoughts on the announcement of, well, we kind of knew it was coming, this new 2-hour, mostly going to be live, weekly, Saturday night wrestling showcase? What do you expect from it, and are you going to be fully invested in it?
There's one more name you forgot to mention that's part of that creative, but he's going to be on Collision. That is Blackpool Combat Club's own Brian Danielson.
Yeah, right. I was going to mention that. I was actually thinking, okay, this is what probably Brian is going to do the first night he's in that office.
Eric.
Okay, Brian Danielson.
Yep.
Everyone, we'll watch it. Good. Can we go TVMA for hardcore fetishes? No,
stop it.
I
quit. Stop it, Daniel.
We're on TNT, and they don't even do that with all their damn movies they show. All right,
not yet.
Good grief almighty.
Don't give them ideas. I mean, they might do it on HBO. You never know.
I mean, okay, look.
Right?
We got to enjoy Brian Danielson for as much as we can before Fight Forever comes out, and after all that blood sightseeing we saw.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Anyway, King, your thoughts on the Collision?
Because let's be real. Let me just say this.
What? Go ahead.
Brian and Brie are going to have to hire a babysitter, or else they'll have to hear their screams and scars.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw what happened
when Brian sees all that blood he can produce in the game.
I feel like I'm just putting it out there before I give it to King. Finally, I feel like Brian Danielson's child knows a thing or two about blood, and is okay with after what she saw. If you don't remember, the wife and the daughter were at AEW Revolution, which James to this day a perfect card.
Yep.
Yes, but I'm talking about, like, do you really want Brian's kids to go ahead and knock on the door when Brian and Bree are probably going crazy over seeing Brian's insanity, and the kids asking, "Daddy, what's with all this screaming?"
I mean, that's just opening the door to the bedroom, but we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Anyway, down that rabbit hole.
Yes, I know, but Brian has made this too easy.
Yeah, I know, Eric, and you're trying to shove it in the ground or the wrong hole. Anyway, King,
holy, whoa! Oh, wait a minute.
Time out on what you just said. Time out on what you just said. Halt. Whoa!
Man, I knew
further.
I knew Noah liked Taco Bell, but I didn't know he loved shoving things into taquitos. Jesus Christ!
James, you just added on to what he's saying.
First off, I don't give a damn about Taco Bell and their cheap-ass mystery meat, all right? Because that's what it is.
Why did I see you on the commercial then tonight?
Oh, what the hell is wrong with y'all at FTW? Jesus.
Oh, and speaking of AEW wrestlers becoming more all horny wrestling, because that's clearly what it is at this point, did you all hear that Isaiah Cassidy revealed that he moans out of nowhere in real life?
Yeah, I know. It's obvious.
And I was like, okay, is this secretly a horny club? Is AEW secretly all horny wrestling?
Dude, they have Sonny Kiss on the roster. Yes, the answer is yes.
James, they barely use Sonny Kiss, and Access TV.
He's still there.
I guess so, in the friggin' utility and catering, I guess. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, Trustbusters. Why do you think they call them the Trustbusters? Because they're always busting nuts.
No, they're. Oh, for the love of God. This friggin' channel doesn't even run Blue Chew commercials. Access TV.
Sonny Kiss, he likes his boy Slim.
The fuck? All right. Well, moving on from that intercourse of madness. Damn it! Here's your thoughts and observation and expectations for ATW Collision, the premiere, if nothing else.
Yeah, you think Sonny Kiss will be on there or no, bro?
I highly doubt that.
Do tell. What do you think?
No, you want to know what I feel like they need to do?
Wait, God damn it, let King talk.
Oh, sorry.
Let me talk before this goes any further. Jeez.
Let him talk to you, because he's been the most quiet.
Yeah, I understand that. Sorry.
Y'all crazy.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Very, but that's why I love y'all. But
yeah, suppose.
Roster split, because it's the talking point of this Collision thing. Roster split. I mean, it's basically if WWE can't get it right, I have my concerns with Tony getting this right.
Well,
with this brand split, because of the fact that it's mostly going to be Punk over there on Saturdays. You get the Elite, which it's basically like a revolving door of talent, pretty much. Champions are the only exclusion.
Yeah.
So
no more titles, thankfully. No more titles, thank Christ. They got 8 of them. No more titles.
Of course, I'm willing to be fully invested, of course, because of course it's AEW. I mean, yeah, it has its ups and downs, but at least it keeps me interested and fully invested. So I'm willing to give this a shot, of course, but it's just that roster split. That's just the only concern I have.
Obviously, they're doing a soft roster split as opposed to a full-on roster split, which it's not going to be an absolute roster split. The thing The thing that annoys me is, from the sound of it, what we know now, because it's pretty fucking obvious.
The premiere is in the United Center, just saying.
Right. He's coming back, right? And Punk wants to apologize, but there are apparently legal problems that prevent that from happening. Omega has already apologized.
Countless times. Fucking
the Young Bucks want to apologize, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't sound like that all sides, including Ace Steel, by the way, haven't made amends at this point. So why is there still legal problems? Like, what is the procedure for this? Like, the guys are good. Can we, just fucking rip up the fucking document? Like, what do we do here?
Look, I don't know how the legal system works. I'm confused as ever. But speaking of...
well, hold on. King was going to talk again. King was going to
talk. Before you get to that, they added... of course, they trademarked Collision, but they also trademarked the words transfer portal, which that is a NCAA thing. I mean, Tony wants to be sports-centric with it, which, of course, it has its ups and downs ranking system. Bring back the ranking system. I'm just saying.
I feel like they're better off without it based on,
But the fact that he trademarked transfer portal, and I'm like, that's an NCAA college thing. How's that going to work in wrestling?
No idea.
King, let me answer for that.
Go ahead.
It will basically be way as Tony saying this. We're going to do the NCAA right than EA ever could.
Fucking all right. We're just gonna. I'm all for shitting all over EA Sports Cheerios, but Jesus, I did not expect it was out of nowhere.
I
like an
didn't expect you to
RKO.
go
He's
that
not
route.
wrong. I mean, he's not
He's not wrong.
wrong.
He's not wrong.
I mean,
But okay, real quick, right? Just
Go
a
ahead.
quick thing. So, from my perspective, my vantage point, the reason why they might be doing this is for a trios tournament, because I can't imagine why else they'd be doing it, right? Because at least there are teams involved in that. You know what I mean? Like, at least there are teams.
I mean, House of Black kind of neutralized that, though. Now the trios division is literally open challenge to any 3-man
Open
willing to
house
try.
Yeah, that I didn't understand. I like the match tonight, by the way. It's just, or by the time you're seeing this last night, it's just, What do you mean? By the way, that lighting was fucking awful. Am I the only one that thought that?
Yeah, the reason they did that is clearly because they didn't have like the LED thing around to do the Malachi Black thing on the Titantron, and
Yeah.
I kind of hope that they just eliminate that lighting because that was just all like I don't know what the hell I was looking at.
Why did you go Popeye the Sailor Man?
Wait, what? No, I didn't.
You
I was
went
trying-
Popeye
I was
the
thinking
Sailor
that.
Man. Fucking
I was
hell.
thinking this. TK, we have enough post-traumatic stress disorder from the red lighting from Bray Wyatt's days. We don't need another one from you.
I mean, to be fair, in NXT, Gallus now literally does promos in complete green lighting now in the arena. So
Of course.
That is true. Yeah, that, by the way, holy neon, fucking Christ, stop. Like, oh my god, I like green just as much as anybody, but fucking Christ, that is so bright, that hurts the eyes, dude.
how you think the people feel? They're sitting under that nonsense.
Why? Why does it need to be green? I hate NXT now. I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we were
Collision
talking about like
and all that.
Collision, NCAA. Eric shit on EA, which he has every right.
Ah, you freestyle. Like it. Don DeMarco.
Well, I mean, this is what we do on the
Subscribe.
ATW View. But hey, good sub-tangent. Let's go ahead and talk about something that I know is going to make us all happy. But you did talk about how much blood it's going
There
to
is something
have.
I wanted to bring up as a kind of a serious
yeah.
topic
So yeah, go ahead. Conversation piece. Again, that's what we do.
Go ahead.
regarding Collision and Thunder Rosa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
She's a person.
yeah.
She's a person on that
Did
There
show.
we go.
Did anyone hear what Thunder Rosa said on a podcast recently?
There's
Oh,
podcasts
that,
to keep
yeah.
up with, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, okay, Britt Baker, you look like an absolute idiot.
Right. For the right.
Well, it's still though. It's one of those things where we weren't there in the situation, so it is kind of like perspective. Because you saw what our accent trying to make Britt look like. So I mean, it's one of those things where, again, words are words. Take them for what you will.
I saw what I saw. Right. I saw the first episode of Backstage. I refused to tune in the last two episodes. Or the last number of episodes. I think I only saw the first two. And
King and I saw the entire series.
I watched the first two. And from what I see, it does look like Britt's heart was at least in the right place. I think a lot of people, including myself, had misconceptions that she thought she was, she's the state bearer of the division, and I run it, and you gotta do what I say, and all that shit, right?
Complete opposite.
Yeah, it's complete opposite. Complete opposite with that. Her points, going by what I saw on Backstage, they're valid, right? That's not even indicative of Britt Baker. That's not indicative of Thunder Rosa. That's just indicative on Tony Khan and the shit creative at that point. Especially when it comes to the Thunder Rosa side. That's absolutely nothing on those girls, man. But, like, fuck. And you can't even blame Tony too much because it's like, nobody thought that Thunder was going to have that reaction, and that sucks. When the industry drags you down to that level where you just feel like you'd be better off without being on the planet, that's fucked. And I don't wish that feeling on any wrestler, never mind just anybody. That sucks.
Your worst enemy, period. Again, I say it all the time. This industry is mental and physical, and it can literally break you to the point of no return, or could end you.
Yeah, and I don't want that, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want another Hanukkah more. I'm good.
How about
I don't
the fact
either.
this is Owen Hart's like 23rd 24th for whatever anniversary.
24th anniversary. This is the month where we have to mourn Shad, Hana, Kimura, and Owen Hart. And Hana and Owen Hart died the same day, different years, but same day, May 23rd, which was absolutely depressing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Hana has been honored. Owen Hart is continuing being honored in AEW, especially. Shad, his child still lives.
Thank Christ.
His child is still alive.
Yeah. And then, of course, you also had.
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead,
Eric.
Like that's the honor he will always be happy about. Like if he was never honored by anyone else, then he would have been like, look, my kid's all right. I did good.
Yeah,
it's one of those things also, Eric, where I feel like you don't necessarily expect to be honored, but what you did, you felt yourself you did the right thing, and that's really all that matters. I mean, I think about also this way when I always say tomorrow's never guaranteed, like JR says. I always say treasure your families.
Yeah.
We learned what ended up taking Sarah Lee, unfortunately, and she was a mother at the age of 30.
Yeah, man.
She took herself.
Yep.
Depression, when it comes to this industry, dude, depression's the worst thing to have, and especially if you have it in a high form, man. Like.
And social media doesn't help, especially
doesn't,
trying to use that for your own marketing tool.
Which, by the way, social media can be good if you use it right. We need to start using it right, especially in this industry. Fuck.
Like I simply say it: be kind, be better. There's a reason why, like I said, when it comes to social media, I'm like, hello, and then a simple thought on wrestling or a predictions form. Click, bye, see ya.
And like,
okay,
before you go on to your next point too, I do want to point this out, and this isn't like dunking on the whole industry, right? I love this industry,
right?
But
do this shit.
You know, I love you motherfuckers. I love the people on Open Mic Night. I love my crew on FTW. I love all my groups that I'm in, right? That genuinely, you know, fucking understand. Like, that this shit doesn't need to be, like, yes, shit can suck, but, like, we're not gonna fucking go and, like, make it a big deal, right? As much as we possibly
my friend, we're gonna stop watching.
Yeah, right. Which, I have, to be fair, I did stop watching WWE, but, like, you know, we can understand people's opinions and whatever, and we're not gonna fucking, like, judge people on that, and we're not gonna make them feel less than. Bro. The rest of the space needs to get with the fucking program. I literally said that outside of our bubble and other bubbles that are genuinely positive, because there are others. I'm not gonna just say live in this echo chamber and say we're the only ones, because that's a lie, right?
That's
but
stupid,
for the genuine like IWC space, it is the most toxic fan base I've ever seen. The only thing that tops it is fucking My Little Pony fandom. That's it. And we know the reason.
Politics.
And we know the fucking. We know the fucking reason why. No,
really?
No, we know the reason why, because you know.
That's messed up.
Ixnay on the edaphilia pay. That's why. But yeah, it's that's the reason.
That would not pipe.
Sorry about that, Noah. But yeah, no.
Fine.
The reason why they're the worst is because Ixnay on the edaphilia pay. You know, and shit like that. Now, wrestling has some of those bad apples, but, like, it's not nearly as bad. Fuck, it has everything else bad in it. Fuck. Like, dude, I just heard a fucking report somewhere today, because I was, like, editing for the watch party tonight, and I was, like, having shit on in the background. I think I had Wrestling Hub in the background, because that's how I keep up to date with the news. Because then I don't have to figure out where the source came from. I can just listen to them. If I am curious enough, I just have it in the background. And
curiosity killed the cat. But
yeah,
that's you.
Exactly. But one of the things that caught my fucking ear was fucking Jey Uso is getting stalked and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, that.
You kidding me? Like, why? Get a grip.
A woman I can understand, but Jey Uso.
Well, I mean, at least it's not gender exclusive, that I guess. But, like, fuck.
I guess not. Damn.
Actually, there was an update I found out about that.
Go right ahead.
Apparently, it's not just Jey Uso. Someone is leaking out wrestlers' addresses.
Oh wow!
Oh.
So it's a fucking
gosh.
doxer.
Coordinated
full-on.
effort from somebody.
Oh wow! So they're a doxer, like just full on. Yeah, fucking yeah.
That's what I've been hearing, and I was like, "Are we really gonna have another Sonya Deville incident?"
Keepstar 2.0. Woo! Fucking lock his ass up. Probably not. They probably won't do a fucking thing, to be honest.
Unfortunately. A lot of bad people get away with a lot of bad things, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they're getting smarter with it.
But anyway,
hackers included.
And again, I don't want to make that negative, but I do feel like that has to be made a point, because we'd be lying if we said that there are times where we're sick of this bullshit sometimes. And I'm not saying with the industry, like the sport that we love, but the fandom in it is like, dude, how are we supposed to fucking make new fans when half of you motherfuckers are doing this dumb shit?
It holds the industry down.
For real. And it's a problem. It's not good.
Yeah. It doesn't affect just fans, it affects workers
here's
too.
the thing we can all agree on. If this was all taking place in the 90s, wrestling would have been dead.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Hogan would have been canceled. Hogan would have been canceled. That would be the only positive. But everything else would have fallen apart.
Dude, wrestling would have died. Twitter is around in the 90s, we're fucked. That might be the problem. Part of the issue too is that it's
to be fair, Twitter's been around since 2008. So what? It's been 15 years, and already it's gone down this lane. And now it's being owned by Elon Musk. And who knows what's going to happen to the engine?
Well, let's not get political on that bullshit. But yeah, again,
point.
Let's try and be better, people. For the love of God, like,
it doesn't cost you anything, people. Trust me, I know.
Dude, Casey literally straight up said, "I'm sick of negativity in wrestling." Like, there was a Dark Side of the Ring got announced. Well, I don't even know what the hell's going on with that.
Negativity, unfortunately.
Well, that might, as we know, it might not even happen because Vice might be shut down. But even
actually, I got an update on that. They said that Dark Side of the Ring will be unaffected.
Okay, so that's the only thing airing that's left on Vice. Everything else is canceled.
Probably.
Okay. Well,
yeah, because I think MLW went back to freaking YouTube.
Yeah, so it is what it is, which is fine. Like, I but it's like, Casey literally just straight up said, "I'm sick of negativity in wrestling, man. Like, I'm not even going to watch it." And this is stuff from, like, 40 years ago. And, shit. Yeah. Like, if you're in the space and you're watching the news, or even if you're trying to avoid the news, right? Like, Noah and I especially try to. Dude, it's every week there's something to do with either Brawl Out or Vince coming back or Kota Ibushi got fucking diddled. Like, it's something, man. No, I hate to put it like that, but it did happen.
But James, there was something I wanted to mention.
Go ahead.
There was a positive moment that happened about a week ago, a little bit after Backlash.
Yeah. Okay.
The wrestling fandom, the tribalists especially, all united under one banner and pointed to two people who are being colossal pieces of excrement for what they said about Zelina Vega's moment at Backlash.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Here we go. I think I know who these two people are, but go ahead.
Okay. So we all saw Zelina. We all knew Zelina Vega had an emotional night at Backlash, right?
Yeah, she
and
did.
She should have. It was in front of her family, and it was her home country. It was her biggest moment of her life.
Yeah, no shit.
Yes, the biggest career moment of her life, the biggest happiness moment. And of course, two people on social media decided to have a massive issue with it for God knows what reason.
No.
Everybody has to have one.
This is what everyone's most hated member of any wrestling community said, Brad Shepard. So you can boycott him, everybody. Continue your boycotts. He said this: "Look at Bad Bunny. Did you see him crying uncontrollably as he was introduced, or did he look like he belonged? That's the difference between a star and everyone else. Hashtag Backlash."
Oh my God.
Okay, it was already problematic enough with that stupidity comment, but the tribalists all came together and agreed that guy is an insane madman. Which is a lot. Which says a lot when I have to see tribalists well known hate this one guy with AEW tribalists.
I don't deal with tribalists.
But guess what? The owner of LockBetting.com said, and you may all boycott this guy too.
Lockbang. That sounds like a porn website.
Lock betting.
Oh, lock betting. I thought you said lock bang. I'm like, wait
No.
a minute.
No,
Wait a minute.
no, that's Brian's dream, but that's a different matter.
Yeah.
You stop trying to chastise the entire professional wrestling industry, Eric!
Yeah, he's gonna get the Cassidy change, bro.
Stop!
Lock bang, baby. Let's go.
Hey, it was James that started this part, but here's what LockBang.com's owner said. So you all may boycott him. He said this, and I'm not kidding. She was sobbing like her daddy exploded. Get a grip.
What?
That's random
Wait,
word.
Daddy.
You want to know the problem with that comment?
Daddy exploding.
You want to know what the problem with that comment is?
9/11, anyone?
Zelina's father died there.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Yep. She was making it. And again, like I said, this is what causes people in the industry to fall off the face of the earth indefinitely, unfortunately, at their own risk.
I did see that there was a Zelina Vega that I assume that was in support of her, so that's good. Same thing happened with Rhea Ripley when that one Mongoloid, I don't even remember his name, don't care.
Don't need to mention it. Don't need to mention it.
No.
He made fun of Rhea Ripley after her I think it was her Nan that died. Yeah. Nana died. That sucked, dude. But to see the people rally around those girls was really cool. So that was good to hear.
Damn right. Yeah, there is kindness in this world. It's the kindness we need to embrace or encourage if we're going to outlast and outweigh this constant influx of bubbling negativity and toxicity known as society, not just the internet community, but humanity.
At least remind me that there is hope for the tribalists, at least, because they can all come together and agree these two are pieces of especially it'd be like if I know I'm about to say this randomly, it'd be like if Ethan Klein and Keemstar both agreed who hate each other, saying, wow, that guy's worse than both of us.
Even a blind squirrel can find their nuts. So there you go.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
By the way, Tom Phillips, love that you're working with Keemstar now. What a fall from grace. Or no, not Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips is good. Todd Grisham.
I forgot that guy even existed.
Yeah,
anyway.
so for those who don't know, just because subs touch it, and then we'll go back on track, I promise. So,
That's all right.
You know how they have this Misfit boxing event? For I don't know who keeps up with that, but I assume King knows what I'm talking about here because him and I follow KSI. Him and I follow KSI. So,
oh god.
So it's Misfits boxing, which basically KSI started this, which was honestly kind of ingenious because it's boxing's equivalent to, it's basically the WWE boxing, but it's not like. But they still No. Like the WWE version of boxing. Like what WWE is to wrestling, like the sports entertainment, that's what boxing is to the sport because so many people give it shit.
Okay.
Because it's like,
it's like sports entertainment in a way.
It basically it's basically because a lot of these old heads who, by the way, are freaking morons because the same old heads are like, oh, well, we want the best to fight the best, but then the fucking promoters, they defend after they protect their interests and protect their fighters, that whole fucking thing. So you wonder why Misfits has been fucking succeeding, idiots. But anyway, I digress. So Misfits is a success because of that, and YouTubers basically took over the sport, basically, and that's why Misfits is a thing.
Yep.
So Todd Grisham is now employed by Misfits to be the broadcast team. Now, he's got, on one hand, he's got a guy named True Jordy, who knows his fucking shit. He's a fighting guy, like, he knows how to call this shit. On the left is fucking Keemstar. And well,
there you go.
It's fucked. Like, and look, I get why he's there because he's the drama guy, and it makes sense, I guess. But right. I mean, just get fucking Scarce. At least Scarce is unbiased. Like Keemstar, really. And Todd, you're putting Todd Grisham with this fucking clown. Or Jonathan Coachman at one point fucking worked with goddamn Keem. I couldn't believe it. Like, Coachman's like one of the best broadcasters outside of wrestling ever. And the only reason why he wasn't even good at wrestling is because Vince was screaming in his fucking ear.
As he does with most people. So again, I'm about to say, that's nothing new there.
Nothing new there. But yeah, fucking.
There's a reason why Michael Cole started drinking and said for the last 25 years, I've always been staring down at the monitor. Now he's actually more animated and actually acts like a real person and a real fan. More often than not.
I wonder why. Anyway, back on track since we brought it back to wrestling. But yeah, just one of the rants.
Since we're getting back on track on commentary, I actually had an idea what they could do for AEW Collision.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, we can debate. We can flip a coin. Mauro Ranallo or Nigel McGuinness?
Mauro. No, both. Both.
I mean,
both.
Both could work. I mean, they did work in the Black Gold NXT.
Well,
and with the fact they're all going to be throughout Canada, it makes perfect sense.
Honestly, I got the team. Mauro, Nigel, Caprice Coleman. That's it. Yeah. That should be the three. If you're going to do a three-man booth, that's it. Because Caprice is awesome.
But yes, Caprice is awesome, but JR has thrown his name into that. He wants to be a part of that AEW Collision broadcast team.
That's interesting, considering, again, he's been lately involved only in Rampage a portion of pay-per-view. I could see him being involved in Collision as far as,
maybe the first episode, but not a regular thing.
I don't know if he would be constant 2-hour basis. That'd be my only thing, because at this point, JR, he wants to still be a part of the industry.
Of course he
realizes, though, he needs to try and take it a little easier because...
he doesn't need to do it. Yeah, I think he's better suited on Rampage anyway. I think he does. He's much more energized on that. For me, like, this is me, right?
Yeah.
What JR should do, if you're going to have him on Dynamite, because I do think you should still have him on Dynamite, and on Collision, sit down interviews. Bar none. He's the best. Always is.
He's still good at that. He's still good at that.
He's still got it years later. Bro, I still remember to this day his interview with Santana. It's one of the best all-time segments. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's all-timer shit. You would have thought you were watching the Attitude Era the way Santana was cutting his promo on his life story and everyring. And JR...
Warlow, Britt Baker...
Yeah, like everybody... He knows how to fucking bring the realness out of people, and he knows how to make shit feel real. Book him in that role on Dynamite. Hell, if you really want to on a continuous basis, make him the fucking Mean Gene. I love Tony and everything, don't get me wrong, but I think JR is the perfect guy to take the spot of the Mean Gene type. Because he would be the one to ask those hard questions. He would be the one to try to make it work in the kayfabe and also mix some reality into it. He knows the questions to ask.
Though, it's just one of those things, James, that I feel like Renee Paquette and Tony Schiavone fit that role of backstage correspondent perfectly. I just can't see that for JR.
But okay, so for Renee, Dynamite, fair. But if you really want Collision to be a success, I'd make JR the fucking backstage. Or, I wouldn't even say backstage. On-screen interviewer. I think that's the perfect role for him.
As sit-downs at the moment, because
sit-downs in ring. Sit-downs in ring all the time. You want to have Tony Schiavone cut a backstage interview or Alex Marvez or whatever the fuck, that's fine. But
I already have the perfect storyline if we do get Nigel McGuinness on Collision.
Ooh. Yeah, he's coming back too. I'm happy. Yeah.
He did talk about boots
he said if we sell out, I'll come back for All In.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Even name drop Brian Danielson or Ring of Honor TV.
And I'm just saying, Brian's on the creative team for Collision, so we could just build up to that.
I feel like that's an inevitable at this point. It's just a matter of how they execute it, and it really might come down to what happens regarding this whole saga right now with the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite that goes to another level this Sunday.
That's where I disagree with all you guys. I think he's gonna be the reason why Blackpool is Blackpool once again. I think he's gonna.
You see him taking the William Regal role?
Yes.
You really see him taking the William Regal role?
Abso-fucking-lutely, I do. Dude, he would be perfect for that. Are you kidding me? Nigel McGuinness.
I'm not going to deny that.
We know how good Nigel is on the mic. He would be the perfect one to take over Regal's spot in the Blackpool Combat Club.
I recently rewatched Turning Point 2009. You don't got to tell me doodly squat between his mic interview and the hype up of his match with Kurt Angle and the technical classic.
It was. Don't remind me of the fucking missed opportunity. Please no. Please no.
Dude, this is the wrestling industry. How many missed opportunities have they gone?
I know.
That's been a lot.
I'm just saying. All right.
Okay,
well,
now Eric, hold off on your next thing because I want Noah to actually get on track to where he wants to go.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
his
just
show.
trying to
At this point, you know what? We're just doing anything at this point, so it's all good. Because the only other thing I was going to talk about before we just, briefly disclose our thoughts about Double or Nothing, Don Cos, fuck Jeff Jarrett, what could happen afterwards, and so much more too. I just want to talk about the fact that finally, guys, okay, I'm a believer in Ken Omega himself. Wait forever. It's finally over. We have a date for AEW Fight Forever. Jesus Christ, took him long enough. And according to
I got an idea for Fight Forever.
What?
I told you and King the idea for what they could do at Double or Nothing with this announcement, but James hasn't heard this idea.
Oh, okay.
They should show an in-game engine rendering footage of a guy in the shadows coming out, and then you get the brick wall behind and the white sign, and it says Owen Hart is All Elite.
That would be pretty cool.
Considering the Owen Invitational, I believe the opening ceremony is still this Sunday.
He is in the game. He is in the game.
That's my pitch. They should do that. Like, have this virtual version of Owen Hart and say Owen Hart is All Elite.
Yeah.
And he will be part of the initial roster when the full game is released on June 29th.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Can you imagine how many updates this game's going to need to boost the roster that they have now, considering Roderick Strong just became All Elite?
Look, no. I would rather have the game be updated for the entire console generation than release a game.
Yes, I've been saying that.
And that's exactly what the route they're going. They're going the GTA, update standard route.
They're going, even more so if you want to get technical with it, the fighting game route, because fighting games did it before anybody else did. Street Fighters, Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat, like they went the route the fighting game industry went.
Now, let's just hope they don't have a ton of microtransactions to unlock the extra roster.
No, I mean, nothing been said about that.
No, so the thing is, you obviously are going to have to pay for the DLC content. But that makes sense if they're releasing it like, okay, it's every 4 years they're going to be making a new game, or every 5 years. Which, by the way, Tony, where are my royalties? I gave you that fucking idea. We did a whole.
You and Eric are never getting.
I'm just saying.
Never getting
we did a whole PowerPoint presentation on it. That just aired on the Casa D18 Studios, by the way. Go check it out.
I came up with Swerve in Our Glory. I still demand my $500K.
You guys are never going to get royalties.
Just let it go. And look. Y'all are never getting it.
Look, here's the thing. If Tony Khan goes with my pitch for a G1 G1 style tournament for the tag team division, now that Aussie Opens All Elite, and $1 million.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God! Watch that be whatever the fuck. What did he trademark? Watch that be what it is.
He trademarked Transfer Portal.
Yeah, that's what it is. Guarantee you, that's exactly what's going to be, Eric. Now that you mentioned that,
I bet you're $1 million then.
Yeah.
Include every tag team from Impact, Ring of Honor, and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And Ring of Honor? What about Ring of Honor?
I said Ring of Honor, you goof.
Oh.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
How about
Good Lord Almighty.
I just hope that they have my boys, the Spanish Announce Project.
Oh, speaking of
I see the look. I see the look in your eyes, King. What, you don't like?
AEW has recently recaptured the AAA tag team titles.
What?
AAA tag team titles are now back in AEW.
Are they?
Wait, who's got them?
I'm trying to pronounce his name, Commander or something.
Oh, Commander!
Yeah, he won the he and a partner of his won the title.
Is the partner All Elite, or is he just in Mexico?
Let me check. I need to double check the name.
It's probably that Drago guy or whatever.
Jalisco?
No,
No, Jalisco,
no,
though.
Jalisco. Yeah, it's not
It
him.
ain't Jalisco, or else he would be part of
Okay, it was okay, I found it.
The Blue Dragon.
It
dude.
was AEW's Commander and Arez.
Okay, Arez, that makes sense. Yeah, he's AAA. He's only AAA. By the way, El Hijo del Vikingo. Holy hell, what a guy. What a talent. My God.
Yeah.
The dude's going to break his damn neck at some point, but yeah, he
lost in a tag match over the weekend, which shocking.
I'm surprised he loses it. Well, I mean, he has lost a couple times, I guess.
He still has the AAA Mega Championship. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, until Omega decides to take it from him. He
well, they're going to do the match at some point, I think.
He's the number one contender.
They are, actually. I forgot what month they're going to do it, but they're actually going to run that match.
They should.
Yeah.
I'm buying that pay-per-view just for that, and if they have Natalia Markova on, so, you know.
But I do also want to mention this.
Here it is. I'll tell you all real quick. Estadio de los Toros de Tijuana, 15 Julio 2023, 6 p.m. El Hijo del Vikingo Champion takes on Kenny Omega, Retador. Yep. I'm guessing that's Spanish for challenger. So, yep, in the summer.
Oh, boy. That's a mouthful. Send me that event, because I definitely am going to check it out, though, because...
I'm literally just looking at the graphic, bro.
Okay.
Did you all hear what's going to happen on Ring of Honor TV next week?
What?
Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal have teamed up to take on the combined force of Samoa Joe and Zack Sabre Jr. in tag team.
No.
Oh,
you gotta say Samoa Joe, not Samoa. It's Samoan Joe.
I know. I just wanted to say Dramagnus.
The Zack Sabre Jr. is British, all right? He doesn't need to be correct. All right?
He is a Samoan named Joe, so he's not far off, but, you know.
Right, exactly. But yeah.
And we ain't talking about Anoa'i. But real quick, before we get into that tangent, where's my royalties on that one, too? Who came up with that fucking... Who came up with that idea? Put all over this fucking...
You're not getting paid.
I should.
You're not getting paid by TK.
Look. Here's the argument we can make. James, what would happen if they put ROH on HBO? What would you do then?
Yeah, I mean, I'll let that slide. Everybody has fucking recommended that they probably put that on there.
They're not going to do that with Honor Club as its own.
But they won't. They won't do that with Honor Club as its own thing. It's probably the smarter thing anyway to separate everything.
Yep. Yeah, because booking wise, just let Tony be Tony. Just be a crazy madman when it comes to not having a book TV matches. Because he's a crazy madman booking these matches.
And to be fair, King, he's more comfortable, it seems, in booking Rivera because it goes the way he's been writing about 25 years in that type of style because he doesn't have to worry about time cues, picture-in-picture, insert nonsense here. There's a reason why we enjoy Rivera television every week. And this week, we got the likes of Hyan versus Burt Vixen. Let's freaking go. Burt Vixen's back once again. We got Miranda Lees. We got Mercedes Martinez. We got Sky Blue. Sky Blue is so damn close to being a Fiend. I thought she was going to do it. We got, like you said, Zack Sabre Jr. and Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. Coming up soon is Katsure Shibata defending our Pure Championship against one of his own students, former students, Yandred Alex Coughlin. We got Mark Briscoe. We got Workhorseman. It's going to be a heck of a show.
Ooh, Workhorseman, huh? Mm-hmm. They're finally pushing them?
Well, apparently Workhorsemen are working with Shane Taylor, but they're not part of Shane Taylor Promotions. Yeah. I'm not sure what the story is.
Which that leaves me intrigued, but I did see a little spoiler, which of course we're all spoiler free. But watch out for Stu Grayson. Just saying.
He did say he's going to give him a chance. The Righteous, man. I don't know what the hell's going to happen here.
I don't know what's going on with Touch and Vincent 1 and Stu. Just Stu, no evil Uno.
Yeah, right. The Dark Order again going to lose another number. The Dark Order just push John Silver as a singles competitor. Damn it.
So
way overdue. Same.
So guys, remember earlier in this podcast I mentioned how Nick Khan mentioned how he would love the idea of SmackDown being on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I had to look that up for deeper context. This is part of the UK TV deal talks.
International.
As such, the death of the WWE Network will be fully complete.
Yep, I knew they were going to get them eventually.
If they get
and
Amazon Prime TV, the Amazon Prime Video, then yeah, we're done.
so I guess.
the U.S. still gets to be on Peacock for the time being.
I hate
But
Peacock.
apparently the UK have a live Amazon Prime service
Bro.
where they get everything pre-recorded.
Peacock is the worst navigation system ever, by the way. Holy
Oh,
shit.
God.
For real, bro, it is.
God.
Look, I've navigated Hulu, YouTube TV, I've navigated Sling, Tubu, or Fubo, whatever the hell you call it.
Heck, no. Okay, no, you heard about Max, the update they did to HBO Max to Max?
Yes.
David Zaslav really pisses everyone off.
No
Because
shit.
guess what he decided to do as if to mock us?
What?
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 Okay, so we're changing HBO Max to just Max, okay?
Yes.
We're not doing it as an update. You have to download a separate app for that.
Nice. Nice.
Whoa, oh, wow.
Wow, they could have been update the actual interface. They had to do a whole nother
Yeah,
app.
so now I have both HBO Max and Max on my phone.
All right, whoever is the host, let me screen share because I got something that's perfect for Peacock right now.
Oh God!
Am I going to regret this?
No,
No,
Am I
you
gonna
won't.
regret this,
No, you'll be fine.
Am I going to have to boot you?
No, you won't. Just trust me. Trust the
All right.
process. You can't boot me. I'm streaming this, dude, or recording.
Trust the process. Where have I heard that before?
I'm still recording it, man.
Trust
Don't
the
think I won't.
Trust the process.
Who are you, JJ? I'm still holding out for that Cody Rhodes thing. He's on borrowed time, TikTok.
right.
Meanwhile, all right, before we talk about Double or Nothing, and then we'll conclude here because we're already gone 2 hours. James, the floor is yours for this screen share. Don't make me regret it.
What WWE thought Peacock would be. What Peacock actually is.
Oh God! You couldn't resist, could you?
By the way,
Had to do it.
By the way, I found this. I legitimately found this shit on the fucking you know the old like all these different like the meme where they fucking misspelled the restaurants.
Yeah,
Yeah, they misspelled. They have a full subreddit of this shit. I found this on there.
Wow.
So
Oh my gosh.
true.
Oh!
Spubby-
Speaking of that,
true
the
Spubby
servers actually
E3.
commented on Twitter.
Wait, what happened?
Okay, after the HBO Max rebranding stuff that happened, the service Peacock decided to comment about it.
Oh,
Oh,
there
yeah?
we go.
Yeah, let me find it.
Like they actually have anything realistic to say about it,
All right.
with any merit.
Any fucking.
Oh God,
None.
they were in on the joke at this point.
Of course they were. Can't you say a joke?
Oh, they actually appreciate the joke of Peacock.
Yeah, they said this. I know you're all very disappointed, but I will not be dropping the first half of my name anytime soon.
Which is what's the first half of his name?
PEA.
Oh.
P. Oh, so he really is a cock then.
Yeah, they at least admitted that. Yes, we know we know the joke. We're in on it.
Yeah, memes for the win. Spooby Efreef. Let's go.
Now that Vince loves cock shirts makes so much more sense.
I mean, yeah, Dick
Oh,
Ebersol, you know?
2006, what a time.
Oh, Lord
Yeah.
Almighty,
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah. But that was then. This is now. It's 2023. You know what that means. We are on
Alamo.
the week. Yeah. We are on the week to
Alamo.
Double or Nothing. We got 8 matches versus the 13 he booked last year and the Owen finals. He's got the
But
Owen
Noah, you
only-
forgot the most important part: blood money.
No,
who gives a
we'll,
shit?
we'll,
Who
get, we'll
cares?
get to that. By the way,
Yeah.
is it really blood money anymore if they're letting Sami
I
Zayn
mean,
in?
you know what?
Oh, I'll get to that
Right.
about Sami Zayn. I'll tell you something about Sami Zayn in a little
I'm
bit.
just gonna
All right,
say
we'll
this
get to
for
that
the
when we
record.
get to that discussion.
I'm gonna say this for the record because NoDQ got on my case about it, and so did like JJ. I think Jeff did. I will no longer call Saudi Arabia because again, that goes against the people that are there to willingly enjoy at their own free will being a fan, and there are innocent beings. It is not just one person overall that literally is the only thing on my screen. I'm not going to chastise an entire country considering how flawed the entire world is. No longer will I call a country redacted. It's Saudi Arabia, but as far as the blood money scheme, I do agree. But I also agree that right now I'm still much more excited for Double or Nothing and this 8-match card. Will the bitch go 16-0?
Don't forget we have a buy-in too.
Oh yeah, did they announce the match for the buy-in yet?
They did not announce no matches for buy-in, but it's on their YouTube channel of the buy-in premiere upcoming.
I did see the link. I did see the link for the buy-in, but I'm curious.
So either they're gonna do one match, or they're not gonna do a single match, and they're gonna do what they did with RJ City or whatever the fuck.
No, James. They still will do one match, but you'll still get RJ City, Renee Paquette, BNR introducers.
Please, no more RJ City, please.
Why not?
He's fucking weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. He pissed off Adam Cole. He's supposed to be babyface, bro. Like, come on.
Did you watch his AU with Juice Robinson?
Oh God, that's one I'm definitely not gonna check out because I actually think
James,
Juice
did you
Robinson
see the episode with Bryan Danielson
on AEW? Sorry.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead, King. Or
that was Eric.
Eric.
Did you see the episode with Bryan Danielson?
Oh God.
The one with Danielson. Yes.
I condolences.
Yeah, it was.
Oh Lord, that's the opposite form of rock hard.
I wish you didn't jog my memory, but sorry.
I mean, someone had to, right? But yeah, guys, looking at this main card, it looks like that Hardy 6-man tag wasn't necessarily talked about. Yay. We got Anarchy in the Arena. We got 4-way for World Championship, Unsanctioned. We got the Women's Championships on the line. Tag Team Championships. Fuck Jeff Jarrett. We got ladder match for the TNT Championship, and we got Orange Cassidy in his 22nd defense, I believe. I've lost count. For the International Championship in a Blackjack Battle Royale. Overall, I'm looking forward to this card, and the biggest test for AEW is the fact that they have 4 organically grown AEW talents for the first time ever in their main event, headlining with the championship. So this really is AEW's, I can't believe I'm saying this, it's going to sound probably wrong in text, but it's right in reality, coming out party, because literally these talents being built since 2019's Double or Nothing, there you go, it really is a testament to how far this company has grown in creating stars. So that being said, we don't know what's going to be on the buy-in. Probably going to be the firm, if they're still called that, and the Ass Boys, versus the Hardys and Bret Zay, if he can speak or wrestle. Or
God
both.
damn it.
But, you know. I mean, honestly, the way they did the buy-in Revolution was not that bad. Yes, RJC is weird, but there was context, to everybody they interviewed, and they still had one match. It wasn't just pointless filler overkill. It was a fun trios match with the Lucha Brothers and Mark Briscoe. We saw what that led to at Supercar of Honor. So I'm curious, what do they have for the buy-in plan for Double or Nothing? It won't be Powerhouse Hobbs because his next chapter starts at AEW Collision. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to have at Double or Nothing's buy-in.
Well, I'm looking at the card, and the trios titles aren't on the line.
Yeah, they'll probably put those on.
But would you put the House of Black in that spot?
No. This open house has become a staple for them on Dynamite once in a while. So they'll probably defend the titles 2 weeks again on AEW Dynamite against another 3 people willing to step forward.
Personally, if they put the trios titles, it will be on the main card, number one.
Yes, correct.
I think that
we're not trying to overbook a card for once, James.
Yeah.
No, we don't need no 12 or no 13.
They'll probably go 9 on the main, but I think
there's a total of 9 on the card.
Okay, so we'll go 10, which is fine. But I think if they put it on the card, it has to be a semi it has to kind of be a semi reasonable match. It can't be just 3 randoms. I don't think it will be 3 randoms anyway. I think they'll actually have a trio to fight against.
There'll be context with the people they choose, just like they chose the Ring of Honor trio that's been challenging for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team title recently. Mental League, AR Fox, and Blake Christian. It was a good match today. Or yesterday, now it's East Coast here. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, but, I would say probably if they do it, I would go against the Righteous if they're gonna do what I think they're gonna do and have Stu Grayson join with them.
Oh God!
I think they.
Yes, Noah. It's with the way how the story is progressing. I don't know if I can trust Stu. Like, yes, Stu is loyalty with the Dark Order, but with the way how Vincent and Dutch has been
let's
bring him on the television.
How loyal is he since he left because he didn't want to be a part of it anymore, though? You know
exactly. And he told Uno he said to Uno, like, I don't want to have anyone to speak for me. I can speak for myself. And he told the Righteous, I'm gonna give y'all one chance.
We'll see what that leads to. Again, you only get one.
Noah, James, I need to talk to you about something personally.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm here to express my condolences for you all and the Jeff Meacham Network.
Why? What's up?
Oh, Double or Nothing starts at 8 p.m., correct?
Yes. 8 p.m. is their time.
NXT Battleground is at the same time.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Thank God.
We're good.
You didn't really think I was going to try and call 2 shows at once, did you?
No.
I'm like, you're both insane enough to do it.
No,
I mean, I might be insane in the membrane, but I'm not that insane.
There was
an exclusive call on Monday.
There was discussion in the group that we were gonna either just do one and then the other later, which is what we ended up doing, or are we going, or were we gonna do 2 different streams where I produce one of them, and JJ produces the other? The problem that we ran into is I already made it very known that I was not going to be covering NXT or anything WWE related if I could fucking help it. Right?
Right.
And so that was out of the fucking question for me, which means that leaves JJ, but that leaves Noah out of the question also because Noah wanted to watch AEW as well. So it would have been me and Noah doing AEW and then JJ and Jeff doing Double or Nothing, and they did commentary for Raw 30 when we did the Coast to Coast airtime. They outright said themselves, "We're not as good as these. We're not as good as Noah, and we're not as good as." I think they even said me, like they're, which I'm humbled by, but like they're not as good as us. So it would have been one show would have kind of suffered over the other. So we just decided to say,
Gotcha.
We'll do Noah calling both, but on different fucking days, basically.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm calling more than enough as it is. Here is the entire weekend of pro wrestling, folks, in case you're wondering, starting with Impact Wrestling, since we didn't really talk about that. And again, show them some love. Great company. The Virtuosos defends against Jordan Grace. Giselle Shaw goes up against Trinity. Nick Aldis, who made his return to Impact Wrestling Rebellion, goes one-on-one with the KNG King. Not my king, but Kenny King. And we got Trey Miguel to represent, defending the Ezra Championship against Chris Sabin, who's looking to become a 9-time Ezra Champion. 6-way scramble for number 1 contender for the world title as Macklin defends against PCO under no disqualification because he's not human. We also, of course, have the Impact World Tag Champions being defended by the ABC. Too sweet. Taking on, making their Impact debut, Subculture.
That's so
Mark
cool.
Andrews, who's no stranger to Impact Wrestling.
That's very
also,
cool.
Flashback and Webster making his debut along with Daniel in the corner. The design takes on Simi Callahan, Rich Swan, and a partner they're choosing yet to be determined. I imagine they're going to be on Impact Wrestling tonight. And in the countdown, we have Dirty Dangle, who attacks Team Morella, taking on Joe Hendry for the Digital Media Championship.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I don't.
Why?
I don't.
How dare you?
Blasphemy!
How dare you?
That ain't blasphemy. It's just I'll be annoyed about it every single time.
Why?
I believed it. I think Dallas did that, and now.
Well, King, you're gonna have to choose. You either believe in Joe Hendry or you acknowledge the tribal chief.
No,
I would rather acknowledge the tribal chief.
No, he doesn't.
I would rather acknowledge Roman over.
Don't.
Come on, let's just put that out there. I mean, we know the king of knowledge is the tribal chief. But seriously, dude, what you got against Joe Hendry?
What you got against Joe?
What do I got against Joe? Let me see.
You can't think of anything. You can't think of anything.
I don't like the song. The song sounds like YouTube production.
It's the YouTube production. He literally wrote it.
What do you mean? He wrote it and produced it himself.
Well, he should stick to being a wrestler and not being a musician. But I digress.
God damn! Hey. You wouldn't say that if you saw his Foo Fighters entrance at ICW, all right?
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my gosh.
Give it take. You give and take.
All right.
Hold on. Wait. Listen. Do you at least have the same hatred to? Do you at least have the same hatred to this guy, to Joe Hendry, that you do to? And do you share that hatred towards, Positively Page?
We can't. No, you don't hate on that guy. No.
I'm saying the gimmick, not the person. Just wondering.
Okay. Let's do that.
Positively Page. So we're talking about DDP.
Yeah.
I hated that too.
Okay.
Why have him smile with the fake white
was the time, folks.
At least you're consistent. Because some people that fucking hate Joe Hendry, they're like, DDP was better. I'm like, they're the same gimmick.
It's the same gimmick.
It's the same thing.
People can't freaking identify an apple from an orange, apparently, or some nonsense like that.
Fake white teeth, and I like the positively smile.
Yeah.
Enough with that crap.
I mean, Mustafa Ali adopted that, and he's taking on Gunther for the
He is fighting for
Championship.
the IC title. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that should be a good match, though. I'm not going to watch it because I have standards.
Well, again, I'm still calling it. But before we talk about Double or Nothing, which is why we're here, actually, let's go ahead and briefly get our thoughts about this card. Here's your Night Champions card, folks. 7 matches. Saturday starting 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have the Raw Superstars defending the SmackDown Women's Championship. You have the SmackDown Superstars defending the Raw Women's Championship. Don't blow up your brain, James. We have the consolation prize between
That's still a thing?
Yeah, well, We have the consolation prize.
God.
Seth freaking Rollins and AJ Styles. Steph's on Raw, AJ's on SmackDown, so take that for what you will. It's Survivor Series, folks. We have Becky Lynch taking on Trish Stratus in this forced heel turn that's spelled flat. Mustafa Ali's chest is going to look like chopped liver once Walter's done chopping the hell out of him for their Intercontinental, almost International, Intercontinental Championship.
And somewhere out there, Bryan Danielson sheds a tear.
Yeah, well, he'll be fine. And then we got Roman Reigns, Sikoa going after the WWE Tag Team Championships against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Look, Noah, let me just say this.
Go ahead.
We can't call them Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We need to call them political bargaining tools for brownie points.
Well, look, if I want to be politically inaccurate, I would have done that an hour and a half ago. Yes. And speaking of, morale appeal, I wonder where Cody Rhodes' mind is versus his heart as Cody Rhodes fights Brock Lesnar with broken arm.
Which, by the way,
speaking of, have we even gotten a reason why Brock Lesnar did what he did, or do we just ignore it?
Besides,
we still don't have a reason.
Besides the fact that Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar with a roll-up while he was trapped to Kimura at Backlash, and then Brock said he wants to fight Cody, and has attacked him every week.
If he's talking, no, I know what he's talking about. The first time they fought.
The first time, yep, exactly.
The answer?
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah, the attack on the freaking Raw after WrestleMania. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'm just like, I know they're not going to give me the reason. Even if they did, they probably disappoint.
They probably don't even know. They're probably just like, well, we don't want him to fight Roman. So
that's true.
Here's the thing. I probably would be less annoyed with it if they had both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, going back Cody since they backed him at Rankmania. I'm like, he's still lost.
They got Matt Riddle in their corner. They got Matt Riddle in their corner, bro, because they've been fighting Imperium the last few weeks. So I mean,
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. And Roman is not defending the titles again. Hooray.
What a great 1,000-day reign, by the way.
Yeah. Also, James, bad news on the other front. Roman's not going to defend the titles either at Money in the Bank 2. He's said to be fighting the Usos with Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, they're bringing the Usos away.
3 months of no defense.
Yep, so Roman and Sikoa taking on the Usos in London at Money in the Bank.
Yep, and they'll probably be exiled from the Bloodline following that match. Calling it now.
This is why I don't watch the product as much as I used to. God damn it.
And, of course, before we get into Double or Nothing, last but not least, we have, of course, NXT Battleground, which me and JJ will exclusively call for his members on Monday at some point. Heritage Cup match, Tag Team Championship match, Last Man Standing match, the match I care about the most, probably the only one. NXT Championship, Women's Championship. I want Lyra to win because NXT UK represent. And the NXT Championship.
it's not as much as I want. As much as I want her, they're going to give it to Tiffany. They're going to give it to Tiffany.
Yeah,
which means
sure right.
everybody's gonna mute their TV when she comes on television.
Oh,
you really can't stand her
speaking
voice.
Of wrestlers,
no, I still can't.
I haven't heard the woman's voice yet.
Speaking of Dragunov, did you all hear the report that apparently they're considering adding him to Imperium?
I have, and I don't know how I feel about that, considering he was the one that
JD McDonough has been teased to be join Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Look, the only reason that would make sense to me is if he turns on Finn Balor and does the same thing Finn Balor did to Edge. Because remember, Finn Balor was the teacher of Jordan Devlin. Time for the students to pass the master.
I think
I
think the Judgment Day and the booking of them has been a mistake. The only one that's got out unscathed is Dominic and Rhea, ironically enough.
And Rhea's the one with the championship.
Yeah.
And reportedly,
I will say this.
Star.
Huh?
Look.
Wait, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Time out.
Two people talking. I know we all got something.
Eric, first King. Retort. I was gonna say first King, then Eric. King.
Yeah,
reportedly, Damian Priest, after his performance against Bad Bunny, he's now going to be pushed as a main event level star.
Well, no shit.
For him.
But I mean, so what? Is the reason being is because what? Like Vince is in charge and he likes big guys.
No, it's because of Bad Bunny.
I mean, fair enough, but still, like,
respect, you know.
Yeah, but then why not give him the win then? Why did he lose? I know Bad Bunny did great, by the way.
Mainstream
he's
James.
Hurt. He's hurt.
What?
Bad Bunny got injured.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah,
I mean, I'll say it to the cows come home. This is not something you simply learn overnight, all right? It takes a lot of discipline. I think somebody formerly from an NXT team did an article or interview about this, and the amount of punishment, bump-wise, that your core has to be able to endure is unforgiving. Hello, Randy Orton. Every time he gave an RKO, I can only imagine if his spine realigned out of place. Randy Orton get close to, by the way, too, because for all we know, Randy Orton might be retired.
That makes me sad, by the way. Fuck.
Sure does.
I mean, damn.
Cena's about to be on his way out. Well, basically, he is on his way out.
He already said as much.
Edge is about to retire this year after the SmackDown show in Toronto.
Boy, they really should have given the fucking belt to Cody, huh? Oh, sorry.
And now Randy is basically almost, doctors are telling him not to return to the ring. So, yeah.
Well, at least John Cena was conscious enough to realize that my body can't go like it used to, and I don't want to give the product a...
Don't.
A lot of people need to follow Cena's advice.
No. Exactly.
Yep.
Common sense.
Oh, I know who's not following that advice.
Go ahead.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, he wants to come back again.
Of course.
I want to wrestle at WrestleMania. I know I'm more machine brother.
Against Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania.
See, Stone Cold can at least wrestle though. That's the thing. Like we saw.
James, you and I called Stone Cold and Kevin Owens in a fight last year at WrestleMania.
He can wrestle still. Okay.
Yeah. That's the difference. Eric, I know you were trying to say something else there, man. What was going on there when we talk about?
Let's see. Here's the thing. When I heard Dragunov was being considered for Imperium, I was gonna say, well, at least it's better than what the other report was saying. That was unverified claims when he was NXT champion.
Which was.
Oh, well, previously there was unverified, so there was no source. There was just rumors going around saying this, so take it for what you will. That WWE was considering stripping Dragunov of the NXT UK Championship because the glory of punishing Russian nation somehow, and somehow it's his fault.
He moved to the country that Russia's warring against, though, because he hates the politics.
Sins of the nation, James. They believe in the sins of the nation, which is why legit Layla Hirsch was attacked by fans.
But she moved to fucking Ukraine, too!
Yeah.
James, they don't care. They're Russian, therefore they're the enemy in their eyes.
I hate
exactly.
Get condemned, you cunts. Sorry. Just.
All right.
Well,
we've had,
what is
we've had a lot
that
of
logic?
I mean, again, politically incorrect here on the ATW View. All the normal and all the.
My head hurts.
All right, let's go ahead and have some fun and talk about what we may be looking forward to on this card, what could happen, who could show up, and our biggest expectation. Let's conclude this view with some chat, and if you want, call it predictions or maybe call it like your own previews.
I will say this. I will say this about Double or Nothing.
Go for it.
I heard the ticket prices sucked because Las Vegas is expensive more than ever.
Yeah, it's empty. No shit.
I say, Las Vegas is one of the most expensive markets for entertainment, I think, in my opinion, next to probably California.
California. God damn it. You got me doing it now. No, thanks.
Yeah, shout out to the OC. Sorry, Orange County. Sorry. Meanwhile.
Okay, Tonga.
Tongaloa.
Tonga, get well soon, by the way.
Tonga was the one that did that promo.
About to say, yeah, Impact Wrestling.
By the way, a complete sub-tangent. That match at Resurgence with what's his name? With Kenta and what's his name? I forget now. Hikuleo. That sucked.
Oh.
Holy fuck, that was awful. That's so bad.
I was getting ready to take a nap during that match.
Bro, it was like, you know what? It was like so funny. Like, it was so bad that it became funny. It like became comical. Like, the slowest, legitimately the slowest walking crawl of all time, bro.
It felt slower than Orton and Edge at WrestleMania 36.
They hit one
like,
move.
how was I even supposed to be invested in that match?
Yeah,
you were.
I was too. I thought it was going to be two, and then nope. Bro, they fucking...
JJ called it.
Yeah, he did.
Anticipated match. And the lowest table bump for a big guy.
They did one move the whole match, and it was the one that went through the fucking table. And he won the championship via count out, bro.
Okay, I know you all hate this match, but I'm going to tell you something. I've discovered something horrible.
Oh, no.
What?
Someone on Cage Match gave it a 7 out of 10.
I mean, you know, people set low expectations. Well, let's see if these matches are worth 7 out of 10. Because, guys, here's your Double or Nothing card, because I still think that 6-man tag's pointless. So, again, King, your boys are in action. James, we got MJF in his second title defense, believe it or not, or excuse me, botched third since winning the championship. I'm a hater. We'll see if that bitch finally gets dethroned where it's truly Double or Nothing. And fuck Jeff Jarrett. Also, Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole, an unsanctioned match, and so much more. So let's go ahead and slowly talk about this a little bit because...
Okay, I know how to start this off.
Go for it.
Of course.
You can only do so much with Jay Cargill. Chris Statlander has to come back that night.
Chris Statler has been gone, though, for a year due to, I think, torn ACL.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's James.
Go ahead.
I'll close this graphic up because
I was gonna say, look, I know Tony Khan's all about keeping his promises to a lot of talent, but like this is it. Like if you can't get if you can't get Chris Statlander to come back for Double or Nothing to fight at Forbidden Door or All In, then you gotta drop the title event. You have to drop the title.
I think the rose is off the bloom. Even if she does come back, I think you gotta completely abort that mission now. I don't think she should be the one to dethrone her. I think I'm gonna be real with you. You're at a risk of devaluing the title the minute she's defeated now, because she has made that title, right? The best way to go about this now is the option C method. That's the only method they got left, really. Like, she should cash in to go for the world title, and I hate to say this, Noah, because I love her too, but dethrone Jamie Hayter. Main reason being is because it gives both belts prestige. The undefeated Jane Cargill is still going to be undefeated, and she'll have a lot more fucking competition to work with, because she doesn't give a fuck if you're on the Britt Baker camp or the fucking Saraya camp. She's going to take on all comers from that camp and more, and she'll have so many people to work with there. Whereas once you get the belt off Jade Cargill, then you can give the belt to Chris Statlander in a tournament, and then you can actually build that division up from there, and whoever has the TBS champion next year could do the same thing and have the same option. You know what I mean? Like, that's... I don't know how else you do it, because Statlander getting the belt, yeah, cool. If she dethrones Jade, all right. But is that going to be tangible enough for people to be interested in both women's titles? You know what I mean?
But again, you're trying to make one
shot at best.
You're trying to make one title interesting on TV versus the other one that's supposed to be the absolute mainstream. And both these matches you're looking at here, let's put this in perspective, they are rematches, but the title one was literally like, okay, you never truly beat me because I never was able to do Bro Valhalla. I'm going to face you now. It's truly double or nothing. And this would be her 60th win. So there's only one or two ways this goes. Either Taya wins because she might be the next mainstream. And she is mainstream, to be fair. She has that appeal. She has that reach. Actually, they go to Mexico, just saying. And again, if Chris Statlander, we don't know her return window. Yes, Chris Statlander deserves the most. She's homegrown, organic AEW women's talent. But again, when injuries happen, you got to call an audible and see what happens. I mean, look what's going on with WWE's women's division and freaking Dakota Kai and Liv Morgan, unfortunate times. Raquel's back with Sansi for the second time. No new tag partner, WWE, you fucking morons. But I digress. Dude, I'll freaking rant. You think I won't rant? Anyway. And then you got Dakota Kai, who's out. So now it's Io Sky and Bayley because Bayley can't win the freaking insert brand name championship here. Sorry, subtangent. Either way, it's one of those things right now where if you keep Jade as undefeated to the point she just vacates this talent and goes after the big one, I do think it does elevate, especially her. I don't necessarily elevates that title considering she's not necessarily always there with it, but I guess Jimmy Hayter isn't either. It's one of those things right now where, again, I don't think there's a clear way to go with the women's division with new champions at this point. Jamie Hayter is still very young to run, 3 great defenses, and they're running Tony Storm back this time as an outcast, which I'm sure King will talk about here in a moment because he knows I'm a hater. He's a Storm Boy. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I just don't know. The fact they're doing this Taya thing at Double or Nothing, and it's Taya's second chance, this time with the move in play, it almost leads me to believe that she could actually win this thing, considering last year when she faced Anna Jay, who came into play, but the newly all-elite Stokely Hathaway. I don't think we're going to see that here. I think Taya actually might do this, and Jay might just be over it. But maybe that means Jay will then go after the title. Instead of, immediately, option C, maybe they set up Jamie Hayter and Jade Cargill for some AEW special in between. Maybe Battle of the Belts. But again, I think they're in a corner right now, more so with the TBS Championship than they are with the World Championship.
Yeah, I agree.
My fair take on both.
I agree, but I think doing it that way will at least keep both championships pretty safe. Because let's be honest, we know Jade could at least go now. Like, that's obvious. Like, it's not like she's a slouch in the ring at this point. Yeah. So, put her in the main event already. Like, you don't need to continue with this TBS run anymore. Like, you really don't.
Honestly, Jade, you just hit the nail on the head. If she's going to lose that title, it should be on the main event of a Dynamite on TBS. I think you hit the nail on the head.
And like they've been having the title be defended over on TNT.
Again,
that makes sense.
Those Rampage ones don't mean jack shit.
I think again,
it's just open challenges against local talent.
Yeah.
The last time a title defense mattered on TNT was Battle of the Belts against freaking Sky Blue, and even James couldn't believe the transition to the Jaded.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
No, it was good. Like, I'm just. Again, she's good. She's too good to the point where she needs to be muddling around in this division anymore. I think she needs. I think she's had 500 plus days with that belt, and she's been undefeated since she's arrived. So what more can you fucking do? Like with this TBS title?
Like you could tase her, Jay Bird.
Please don't do no. Who plays Razor Ramon?
I know.
Who plays Razor Ramon in this game? And Diamante. There you go. Perfect. Just.
She's actually got on the freaking roster page now about damn time.
Wait, didn't Jay Cargill betray the baddies for the most part?
Yeah, she did.
Well, so wouldn't they be the ones to play Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
Yeah,
Wait. Is Red Velvet injured?
She might be.
No.
No,
She's
back.
been MIA, but she's not injured.
Okay, so about to say,
Like, the
she's
last thing
on
I heard
TV.
about Red Velvet was when she was talking nonsense about women's tag team division in AEW, which is stupid.
well, yeah, I mean,
Which
her
we
and Kiera
still
Hogan
don't
could've
need
probably
right
became a team.
now.
You don't need. Just
They're-
bring
no.
Impact's Knockouts tag division and then just make teams via
And they only
that.
got like 3 teams.
Dude, seriously, just throw Impact upon, dude. Like, why? Just do the Death Dolls again and just put them all back together and do the thing.
Death Dolls.
I mean,
And James is still looking for that Fiend, by the way, folks. Anyway,
I still can't find that. What the fuck?
if I go to Impact Wrestling in Columbus, I'll see if I can try and figure out something.
Yeah.
For you.
Anyway, so what other?
So yeah,
things?
the two women title matches here, because again, they're both rematches. One's in context of the show name. The other one's in context of an ongoing feud between the Originals and the Outcasts. We still don't know what the end game for that is. But it's
we
gonna be
both
definitely
know.
strong style.
Yeah, we
so it
both
should be a good match.
We both know that Jade Cargill and Jamie Hayter are retaining their belts. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't think there's a doubt to that. Again, there's suspension of disbelief though with Ty at least because of the show name. It's double or nothing. You gotta imagine if Ty loses this again with her move in play, she's not gonna ever win this particular championship.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
King, anything further to add with these two women's matches or the AEW women's division?
Y'all pretty much hit on all points of what y'all been saying, and I agree with all of them.
I will say the most interesting matches are probably the unsanctioned match and like the most unpredictable, I should say. The unsanctioned match and the Anarchy in the Arena match, because that really could go either way.
Yeah, I feel it's safe to say with the TNT title vortex, Wardlow's going to retain. If he doesn't retain, he's going to immediately win it back because the monkey wrench is Christian Cage is going after the belt.
Dude.
Why does Christian
At this
Cage
point, no, I'll be honest. At this point, like, just the bloom's off the rose, not to any fault of Wardlow. Just put the belt on Cage already. At least they'll keep it on fucking Cage. You know what I mean? I would imagine that they keep it on him for a while.
Wardlow has had that belt for 3 times and is basically gone nowhere. So basically, give the title to Christian Cage. It's in his match, and it's basically the advantage goes to Christian.
It should
give
be
it to Christian Cage.
Christian should win it, and I think
because
fuck.
We have played hot potato with this TNT championship, especially with Wardlow being basically. Well, Joe lost it. Wardlow got it.
I don't mind if they do the hot potato method with one of the titles. I've been saying that for TNT for a while. But it's gotten to the point now where, okay, when are you going to get to a long reign already? You know what I mean?
We haven't had that since
Cody
Rhodes, Darby Allin, Miro, everyone else was shorter.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, okay, can we get Christian Cage to get the belt, and then that way they'll at least keep the belt? I would imagine they would keep the belt on him because you would want the belt to stay on him.
Well, considering he has his right hand destruction Luchasaurus in his corner, you gotta consider he has to be the X Factor.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, they're going to protect him, and he's got the muscle to back it up. So, Christian with the TNT title, maybe some other... I'll be real with you. Have some other snob, win the All Atlantic title. You got a little. You could have a freaking. There's a good chance you could build another faction for Max. Honestly, with champions all over.
I don't think Max is gonna do that. Max rolled alone now because he's got the Triple B. We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, but
you seem to be thinking about the TNT title here, though. But again, the TNT title is literally the hot potato title. But Wardlow and Arn, so what? Arn's gonna turn Wardlow heel. Wardlow goes heel because he can't hold on to the TNT championship.
No.
How many times do you flip flop the TNT title within 2 months?
Here's the thing about the TNT title. I'm hoping that with Collision they stabilize it.
That might be what it is. That might be what it is. Ever since they went on TBS, it's been kind of all over the place. I could see that being the reason.
Yeah, but I think the other problem, I think someone pointed this out in the comments on Twitter when I was talking about it. I think someone, maybe Clint, told me that the reason they probably keep doing the hot potatoing with the TNT titles because really look at all the other title reigns. What's the average amount of days they've been given?
Well, again, beyond Miro and Darby Allin's first and Cody, you had
No. I don't mean that. I mean like the other belts, like those who've had longer reigns.
Well, I mean, AEW does. Yeah, I mean, geez, at least 100 days, if that.
Yeah, everybody's had a long reign with their titles. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're like. I think it's because he theorized that because they have so many title reigns that are locked in for an extended period of time. We need a hot potato title at least.
Yeah, I agreed with that for to a certain extent, but now we're at a point where you need a long title right now. It's been way too long.
Yeah, because it's got ridiculous.
It's time.
Yeah,
way too quick. I mean, again, you saw him, lose to Samoa Joe. Then he beat Samoa Joe for it. He lost to Hobbs. He beat Hobbs for it. It's become over.
And again, like, the only way I could see Wardlow retaining is if they're building to a triple threat at Forbidden Door, like I think they're gonna do with him, Sabre Jr., and Joe. That's the only way I see. That's the only way. That's the only way.
Television.
The king of television.
Yeah.
Television.
I don't think that would work personally for me because, again,
I agree.
World Television Champion. Let's keep in mind these TV titles, each of them, in case y'all forgot.
15 minutes.
Yeah, the NWA was 15 minutes, and by the way, he's facing Jeff Cobb and defending that already on Dominion. And Jeff Cobb might literally be his undoing because it's his first draw. What a fucking match at Dontaku. And by the way, Yoda Tsuji's back. I forgot to mention that. And also the freaking TNT title. For those that don't remember, I think it's only on TV though, not pay-per-view. They're only 20 minutes long.
20 minutes long on TV, 30 on pay-per-view.
TNT title go to a draw with Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy. Anybody?
Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, Cody Rhodes, Darby Allin at one point.
Oh, that's right. Darby Allin did have one with that.
I think him and Sammy.
Be real. Yeah, let's be real. COVID really messed up the TNT title stuff when Cody got sick.
Yeah.
The audible with Sammy.
Coronavirus. You've damaged the TNT title.
The audible with Sammy and Dustin was just out of nowhere. Sammy won it again. Then Cody temporarily turned heel, and Cody won it at the holiday.
Well, and then people had a problem with Sammy and Tay kissing, which I will still never understand. I never will.
Let's not talk about that.
Even Sammy's ex even kept saying, "We broke up amicably."
People are stupid and foolish, all right?
No, I don't. Although I'm going to be honest, Sammy didn't handle it well either. He kind of went the Seth Rollins route.
Well, which is foolish, but again, he's also young boy, so I mean,
And by the way, love makes you do stupid things, and I think that woman is the best thing to ever happen in his life. So I ain't even mad at what I saw.
But considering what we know, how deep the two go together on All Access, the point they pray with each other before even going out there,
which is so, dude. You need a woman like that, man. Sammy is a lucky motherfucker to have a woman on his side like that, for real.
He's very fortunate, to say the least. By the way, R.I.P. to Tina Turner, legend of the industry. She passed away today. Damn.
And we lost Billy Graham this week, too.
Yeah, we did.
Well, what's love got to deal with it? Anyway, so... yeah, Orange Cassidy. He has been the most prolific champion. Well, Walter, Camille, okay. But anyway, in AEW. He's been the most passionate, defensive champion in AEW in the longest time.
I thought he didn't care. What? How is he so passionate? What the hell?
I mean, it's like whatever. I mean, he carries in a backpack and he challenges anybody to come at him. He's faced, let's see, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Katsura Shibata, Kyle Fletcher today. Awesome match. Brian Matthews, I thought he was going to be the one to take it from him. His own friend Trent, Kip Sabian, Butcher, Delistico, insert name here because I know I'm missing a lot more names, but that's how many reigns he's freaking had, which has been absolutely ridiculous. And he's won every way possible, from Beach Break to the Mousetrap to the Orange
Gabriel Kidd.
Yep, thank you, Gabriel Kidd. I forgot that was on Collision. To the point that he literally has to be damaged goods, so everyone wants to face him. He's just going to go defend it now in a blackjack battle royal, which I'm going to guess is casino battle royal rules. Like you each pick out a different card.
But now I think it's like 2 jokers, right? Because it's 22, not 21 cards.
It's got to be 22.
Here's my opinion. I got an idea.
Good luck. Go for it.
Run it back.
Him and Ospreay?
Forbidden Door 2.
I don't know, man. I want him and Omega, though.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be Omega and Ospreay.
I think him and
do you want
Archer-
Omega and Ospreay at Forbidden Door 2, or do you want it at All In?
Wow.
Because Ospreay has expressed he wants to be at All In.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point, you know.
And plus with the title, because you gotta have that. You gotta have to get Kenny
Wow,
to defend title
that means
at
Lance.
Forbidden Door.
That means Lance is.
That means Lance might actually get it.
And considering Will Ospreay again, he pointed towards his shoulder at Resurgence. That might be the audible that protects Will Ospreay if Lance Archer wins at Dominion.
He did hit Stormbreaker.
Him with the Ospreay with the All Atlantic title would be awesome.
The international title.
International title.
Which I will say this.
Sorry, I'm
they should have called it that from day one. I still maintain that.
I agree.
I think it only should have been an international title if he beat the new Pacific champion in New Japan in a tournament in Rio de Janeiro. God damn it. It never happened.
It doesn't do that.
It never happened.
Too much global outrage.
They didn't even make a story up that it did happen. That's bullshit to me.
That'd be false advertising. Hello, WWE. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Hey,
meanwhile,
you do it
WWE falsely advertised Roman Reigns for a house show.
Again?
Yeah, I already know that. But Roman Reigns ain't working.
Yeah, and WWE came out and said, "We'll refund you all. We'll refund you all." It's not like we had a radio station going promote it either.
Idiots. But James, you also said yourself last year. You really thought Orange Cassidy was going to beat Will Ospreay for the United States Championship.
I did.
Forbidden Door.
Damn near gave me a heart attack.
Look. Here's my booking idea. Ospreay is one of the Jokers, and it eliminates Orange Cassidy. We build Forbidden Door 2 for those two, and Orange Cassidy gets his victory back. And then we can go on to Ospreay versus Omega at All In.
I don't know if you could do that only because I think this is me, but you've kind of run the course with Cassidy. I don't know who else he could beat, really.
Exactly.
I think your best bet is to give it to Ospreay, have him retain against Cassidy at Forbidden Door, and then have a title for title deal with Kenny Omega. Hell,
oh good lord!
If he wins the fucking AAA title on top of that, fuck it. Put all the goddamn belts on the line, and have Ospreay beat him there, and then Ospreay is the belt collector 2.0. That would be nuts. Because now he's doing.
I got an idea, James.
He does it. He's doing what Omega said he never could do, at the expense of Kenny Omega.
What if, hold on, and I know we're not talking about the match, and I know we didn't even talk about this because I was going to say it because I know he's going to probably rant and all stuff, but what if, because again, bruv, Don Callis is the guy that's the invisible hand.
So you mean that 59-pound headed, receding hairline, crop cut, Mr. Potato Head looking self.
Wait, listen. I do think Don Callis would factor into this kind of hypothetical match, but there is something we could add to it.
What?
Oh, what? I'm interested in hearing
that.
Well, we haven't seen Takeshita since he got screwdrivered in the head by Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley said tonight that they are going to show us and unleash violence unseen the lights before in AEW this Sunday, which has me worried.
Okay, I have a question about that. How can you be more violent than Eddie Kingston with a gasoline container, bloodied all like
this in the apocalypse? I don't want to think about it.
This is Jon Moxley we're talking about here. Okay,
I mean,
this is the guy that crawled through broken glass at Full Gear 2019 to escape a Boston crab.
I mean, I'm just saying that they're doing Anarchy in the Arena. I wouldn't be opposed to Takeshita sided with the Blackpool Combat Club, and then Ibushi.
And that's exactly what I've been. Yep.
And then Ibushi coming in, and then you got your blood and guts.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If well, they already got Shoto Umino in Blackpool Combat Club.
He's not officially
Shota
part of Blackpool Combat Club.
Yep, Shota earned his stripes Sunday night.
So
here's the thing. If they do blood and guts, they should bring Kota Ibushi on the night itself, not build it up at week.
Well, I mean, if they can't get Ibushi, because I think Ibushi's on his way back to New Japan full time, and he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, he's in talks.
I don't. My thing is, if they can't get Ibushi, then have it Takeshita on the Elite side. So that way, if you can't have him on the Blackpool Combat Club side, then have Shota Umino in his place. That's fair. Yeah. So.
Yeah, again, Shota Umino, again, he's John Moxley's young boy, and if you want to do the 5-on-5 blended guts, Kotsuya Takeshita is your ringer for the Elite at this point. With him and only having one eye, with AEW sure knows how to make eye patches work. I'm just going to put that out there.
Why do they have so many? This is the second time they've done the eye patch gimmick. The hell?
No, they did it third time. Remember, Julia Hart.
Third. Yeah, Julia Hart. That's right.
Oh, yeah, true.
Speaking of insane stuff we've been having, did you hear what Sammy Guevara said back in March regarding Stadium Stampede?
What did he say? I forgot he was in that too.
What is Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy Guevara revealed this when I believe this was the first Stadium Stampede. He told people this. Okay, Tony, hear me out. Me?
Oh Lord.
And being thrown out of a helicopter.
Oh God.
Bro.
No, we are not. We don't have Brian yet. We can't get arrested for that.
Bro.
This boy's gonna kill himself if he keeps trying to jump off things even higher than before, right?
Why?
I mean, he is loco.
I wanna throw me out of a helicopter. What? Who recommends that?
Apparently Sammy Guevara, because he will not stop until he jumps or dives anybody else in AEW. And Darby Allin freaking dived off a waterfall, just saying.
92 foot. That's not, 92 feet.
Yeah, but at least he had water underneath him, King.
Water will still hurt if you land the wrong way.
This is what Sammy said. Hear what he said. He said this. Oh. Yeah, that's how I want to lose. I want to get thrown off 200 feet in the air in a helicopter.
That boy gonna die.
And they told him, like, you're going to die if you do that. We already had the scare with Matt Hardy. We can't afford another one.
Dude, the only way they would have ever allowed that is if they had a dummy, like, filmed halfway through.
Yeah, also he tried to do it again for Spring Stampede 2. Stampede 2.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't allow that due to insurances.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Apparently, Sammy has said that he... Sammy has said that he's been getting recently more inspired by Tom Cruise and what he's doing with Mission Impossible.
Get him away from watching Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah, seriously, bro. I hate to think what he would have done if he saw Top Gun Maverick. Jesus Christ. Like, he would have just been like,
ideas, James.
I want to do that. I want to do that. I'm going to fly out of a plane. Whee!
Before it crashes into a fucking mountain.
Yeah. Fucking goddamn, man.
Oh, you want to know why I think Sammy would pitch if he could do that?
Oh, no.
He would pitch this. Okay, so me and Darby Allin are in jets. We're fighting in the air, and then we jump out of our planes and battle as we fall to our deaths.
That's something they would both recommend and do.
And this is the same Darby that next year is going to climb Mount Everest.
I'm with this guy.
Yeah, he does want to climb Mount Everest, doesn't he?
Yeah, if he wants to climb Mount Everest, he's going to be...
I got it. Sammy's going to pitch to Darby. We battle all the way to the top of Mount Everest.
And then fall.
Yes.
It's the freaking largest snowball ever on Mount Everest and rolling down the mountain.
Who causes it? The first one to cause an avalanche wins. Oh, well, Darby... Sammy won, but he's now dead. God damn it. Hey, I told you this was a bad idea.
And Darby Allin's trapped underneath a foot of snow.
Darby survived
let's be real. Japan had an island match, had a match where they wrestled all over an island. Right. Let's be real, they'll probably try and replicate that down the road.
Let me guess, big time wrestling.
No,
I think it was New Japan.
It was New Japan, because I remember we talked about it. Okay,
yeah, New Japan had an island match.
Well, speaking of New Japan, as we know, Aussie Open, they are injured, but they are all elite, and we're just waiting to see Aussie Open versus FTR run back, and I feel like that has to happen, so I'm just going to say this, fuck Jeff Jarrett. FTR retains, Mark Briscoe does the conscious thing, because I just don't see Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal being my tag team champions in AEW. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, you're going to see Karen Jarrett on Sunday. I'm just saying.
Fuck that freaking silicone bitch definition of a Karen in the dictionary that nearly ruined the Knockouts division in Impact Wrestling.
Silicone
bitch.
How the hell has Karen Jarrett not given Jeff Jarrett a fucking stroke with the fact she exists?
Okay, look, it could be worse.
Well, maybe he had silicone injections to keep a smile. Maybe he's a silicone bitch too.
Fuck.
Look, it could be worse.
What do you mean?
We could get Dixie Carter on the creative team
Again? No.
Oh, no.
Dixie Carter.
You're right.
Dixie Carter will be the next Karen. She'll just be in Jay Lethal's corner as opposed to Jeff Jarrett.
No.
No. I got it.
Karen
Vince
Jarrett.
Russo. We get Vince Russo.
No.
I'm thinking differently, bro, but no one wants to see that, bro. Not in 2023,
No,
bro. Right?
listen, bro. Jeff Jarrett is the future. 20 years later, bro. I told you, bro. That's why I pushed him in WCW, bro. I pushed him in TNA, bro. And now in AEW, he's going to be the future again. You watch. I don't even care. The young guys, fuck that. He's still young to this day, bro.
Okay.
Does not
James, I got a
be-
question. What do you think Vince Russo would say about Bischoff on AEW TV?
Oh, God, bro.
Oh, God.
I don't want to figure about that.
This gray-haired bitch.
That is simply put.
Yeah,
Bottom line, Jeff Jarrett does not need to be a fucking champion in AEW. All right, that's all I gotta say about that.
Look, I've said this before, Noah. I will only consider Jeff Jarrett's run in AEW a complete success if he feuds with Eddie Kingston and we get the biggest shirt thing we ever get.
Which is?
I just gave
Redeem
myself,
the slap nuts.
Oh, Lord.
I just gave myself a fucking migraine off that little rant because that's how pissed off I am. The fact that Karen Jarrett's back in my freaking wrestling world.
Well, she
Fuck that shit.
Hey, at least she's not on the creative team.
Yet. Don't give them ideas. They've taken all of our other ones.
They put Brian on the creative team. You know he's going to elevate things and also try and get himself on there in the MA department.
All I know is that Karen Jarrett becomes more of a standard persona in the AEW environment. I'm freaking changing my TV to a Pizza Hut commercial because I could give two shits less about Karen
commercial. Just a standard
and
Pizza
run it
Hut
on repeat until she's off my screen.
Okay.
Fuck Karen Jarrett
Okay.
and screw Jeff Jarrett.
All right.
Bree-woo.
Fine.
Wee-woo.
I'm fine. Oh, God. All right, so yeah, since King read about Don Callis, you guys talked about Konosuke Takeshita and the potential for blood and guts. So, do we think Don Callis is going to play a factor somehow in this Anarchy in the Arena match? Once again, screw Kenny Omega,
Probably.
and that's a
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to wait.
I don't want to see that Mozart-looking Mr. Potato Head-looking self anywhere in this match, okay? I need him far away from as possible, bro.
You know, okay, Omega still probably figured about him, though. Let's be honest here.
Bro looking like a reverse Malteser.
Jesus. Anyway, what's your thoughts on the Hype Level Cup? The Anarchy in the Arena, like what crazy shit could go down that surpasses what we saw last year? That surpasses anything Don Moxley's done AEW, including Fort the Man, plant a man's head on bricks, and nearly get choked out to life with his chain.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. My obligatory Brian is extremely horny and will do his fetishes in the ring.
That's probably
What do you
out the
mean?
window
There's
already.
a book on this shit? What is it, like page 678?
Oh no, that's page 35.
Oh.
No. His other plan is also going page 93 and page 39 to prepare himself.
Okay.
To prepare himself for Fight Forever Blood.
I guess page 69 must have got ripped out.
Oh, I got it. I know what they're going to do. I know what Kenny's going to pitch for.
Oh, God.
Okay, Tony, here's my plan. We put this in AEW Fight Forever, and I know this is probably illegal, but we're gonna try it anyways. Molotov cocktails.
I knew he was going to say that.
I knew he was gonna say that. To burn a man alive by throwing a flaming bottle.
Oh please,
He's gonna do
XPW did
it.
that already. XPW did that. I'm pretty sure.
Don't bring
AEW
that. Please don't bring. I don't want.
No,
to
don't bring that up.
They signed
No,
Tessa
no.
Blanchard, Kit James.
I know they did, and I don't care because they put a dick in someone, or they put a needle in someone's dick.
Put a dick.
They put a dick in someone's needle. Yeah, yep. That's what I meant.
What the fuck, James?
That was a fucked up. That was the big bug.
God, that's the botch of the century, you fucking
Holy
idiot.
shit!
God.
I can't believe that.
No one clipped that shit.
Oh, everybody clip that. I'll fucking clip it. That's fucking
Of course
funny.
you will.
And I meant
Fucking
to say it the other way around, but it didn't really come out that way.
Needle
Clearly-
in the... Never mind.
Clearly it didn't.
needle in someone, or dick in someone's needle. Yep, there you go. That's a one. That's the one for today.
King,
We
do you
should
have any
definitely use
actual-
chainsaws.
King, do you actually? Oh fuck no! I know he says the chainsaw from. No, we don't need the chainsaw, Eric. Stop trying to mutilate people. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Okay, we're not trying to legitimately. Who the fuck am I kidding? John Moxley. Eric. Fuck me.
Sorry.
Anything further to add, sensible-wise, if you can, to this Anarchy in the Arena and the storyline? Fucking hell.
It's going to be, how should I put this? Oh, it's just this title with the matchup itself and the elite. Who am I, the kid? I might give this one to the elite.
Just play unscripted violence this time throughout the entire thing, because Chris Jericho won't be there to
No! Play Death Rider. Don't play the unscripted violence.
You know they're not going to do Death Rider because that's NJPW.
They need to do Death Rider. That is his best thing.
No, they need to do that. Like, they need to bring back friggin' the devil cry for Omega, and they're not going to do that.
Oh! You know what they should use? They should bring back the Budge music. I feed you, Budge.
This isn't Halloween, all right? And
no, this is not Halloween 2021.
We're not crossing frames.
In nearly 2 years. I demand something.
Oh God. Oh my Lord. From crossing streams to breaking dicks, only in AEW. Jesus Christ.
Master Chief wonders what the hell is going on.
We have
That was the best.
entered unknown territory is what happened here.
Best rebuttal ever. That was so good. Bro, you don't understand how good that was. Holy shit.
Oh,
Max Caster wouldn't even freestyle that, alright?
Yo, listen.
No, don't listen.
No, don't listen. No.
God.
Don't mind my stupid tired ass. Autism.
Around all these yahoos, and there's still an unsanctioned match with a pissed off man fighting on behalf of his woman and Chris Jericho.
What a genocidal, suicidal, homicidal, death-defying special enforcer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's still
Dave
weird.
Sabu.
That's still weird that he's just here.
How
as
do you
the...
enforce unsanctioned action?
I mean,
You
Sabu. Yeah, maybe that's what Sabu will do. He'll just give guys weapons and just watch the fucking chaos
all the steel
unfold.
chairs possible. All the steel chairs possible.
Look, here's my pitch.
Oh God.
They recreate an ECW moment where they bring a literal kitchen sink.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably.
I mean, when was the last time you saw a kitchen sink in wrestling besides that? I'm just saying.
I will
And it
say,
was in the UK.
I will say, Sabu looks like in phenomenal shape for his age. Holy
I'm
shit.
quite surprised, to be honest
58
with you.
years old.
Dude,
Unbelievable.
he looks
God
like
bless
he's
him.
still 40. Like, it looks like he hasn't aged a day since his WWE days. The fuck?
Yeah, I guarantee you he will not do a step up on a chair and throw his body through a table.
Don't give him ideas. He might.
Don't give Sabu
Oh,
ideas.
Sting is doing
God.
New Jack balcony dives at 60.
And he feels invincible.
I just thought of something horrible. I just thought of something. What if Sabu and Sting did something together, considering what Sting did?
Oh, no. Sting don't need to be involved in this at all, because the only thing that's for sure about Sting... never mind. Sting don't need to be involved in this at all, just like he hasn't been involved in the Pillar storyline since saying that Darby Allin is capable of becoming an AW champion. And he doesn't need me. I'm more of a cheerleader, because I got all the palms possible in my gear. That was weird.
That was one of the weirdest promos that Steve Borden has ever done, by the way. Like, that's even weirder than the Joker shit he was doing in TNA.
Yeah, nervous because you should be. Maybe MJF should be nervous more so about this Sting. Good grief.
It is a pretty nerve-wracking sight when he's grabbing up pom-poms and he's like, hey, hello.
Like Joker Sting, okay.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, bring back Joker Sting. Why not?
As long as Adam Cole and Chris Jericho don't put two chairs back to back like this and risk their spines, I think we'll be all right.
We thought that wouldn't happen with Matt Hardy, with Jeff and Darby, and yet they still did it.
Yeah, look what happened in the Owen Hart tournament.
To be fair, that's Jeff Hardy. That's
Jeff Hardy.
Okay, Mike Adamle.
Oh no.
I'm fucking done here about that. Was Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin. They're both crazy. All right, Adam Cole and Chris Jericho are not that crazy, but under unsanctioned, they choose to be.
I agree.
Like
I agree. Jeff Harvey and Jeff Hardy are pretty crazy. pretty wild, bro.
Oh my god!
I can think of crazier.
Okay, what's crazier? Go ahead.
Sure, you could.
Okay, how about James? How about you play a lawyer? We do a wrestling court scene. You play a lawyer, and you have to somehow defend and find Vince not guilty for all the crimes he's committed.
I'm quitting the first day. You're on your own, Bucko. Fucking
good answer.
I'm quitting the lawyer field the day off. I don't care if it's kayfabe or shoot. I'm quitting. It's done.
Oh god. And last but not least, AEW. Good luck to these four men. You got a hell of an act to follow based on previous Double or Nothings. The same shows have been headlined by Stadium Stampedes and Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, with Jon Moxley coming into All Elite Wrestling. You four men now have to elevate the presentation that is the AEW World Championship. MJF, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara. MJF's not losing, right?
No way. No.
He's not.
There was already reports that they plan to do Punk versus MJF and revisit that.
They should, honestly. Punk needs to give him his W back, like for real.
Yeah.
Like he needs to win the series. They never completed that series.
That's an unfinished story that needs to be finished. Maybe AEW can actually finish the story. Oh, I went there. Tangent. Look. We're not roasting.
Oh god! I just realized something.
Oh hell.
What'd you realize? Go ahead.
You do realize if they did that, MGF would definitely reference Cody's finish the story thing. He'll probably say,
shit.
Because unlike my old pal Rhodes, I'm gonna finish the story.
Oh god.
They'll do it.
Holy.
He's totally gonna do that, but that's okay because he's Max.
If he says
and we love his
10 grand,
nature.
please.
We also hate him, and Tony Schiavone can't stand his guts, and he's unbiased and commentary.
We love to hate him. It's great.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, so here's the real subtangent. Which pillar eats the fall?
Ah, that's a tough one.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah, probably.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, if Darby Allin's going to climb Mount Everest, wouldn't he be the safest bet?
Probably.
Yeah,
but at the same
when it came to that promo that he cut Darby looked like he could be the closest to get the MJF of dethroning.
You know
but
what?
As far as taking the pin, yet.
Believe it or not, I'd take a page out of WWE's playbook here and do Backlash 07's finish or something similar to that. You guys remember the Fatal 4-Way between Michael, Cena, Orton, and Edge? Which, by the way, that match still fucking rules.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yes.
they just basically did a bunch of finishers in a sequence, and then Shawn Michaels hit a super kick, and he collapsed. John Cena collapsed on top of somebody else, and then that gave Cena the win. So do that. Mm-hmm. Then you're protecting all guys. So whoever takes the fall, it's not going to hurt them in the end.
The thing is, though, let's see. You got coffin drop, GTH, the shot to the back of the head, and then you have MJF, who I guess would just fall into, like, you know, the pin, like a heat seeker thing.
I know what they need to do. I know what they need to do for MJF to win.
Go ahead.
Hell in a Cell 2000 Kurt Angle style.
What? Oh, the Armageddon.
Whereas Darby and Shane are fighting, and MJF just slowly crawls over, and we don't notice, and he gets his whole shoulder
arm over a fallen adversary.
I feel like that'd be too cheap, though, because you want to keep Max strong that he could go with the best at the same time. Keep in mind, he just beat.
You saw what they did with him and Bryan Danielson,
right? So like, and he's beaten Punk, even if it was dirty as well. So like, he's beaten two of the very best to ever do it, right? You don't want him to falter, so you want him hit with a move, but him collapsing on the right person at the right time after the other person collapses.
I can see him literally knocking somebody out with the diamond ring and collapsing following that.
I honestly, best way to do it, probably, fucking Darby goes for the coffin drop, gets countered, GTH, and then Max can go for the fucking something else, and then he gets GTH'd, and then Sammy collapses, and then MJF falls on either Darby or Jungle Boy, one of the two.
Well, I mean, they're gonna go to San Diego, California. So I mean, if you're gonna try and push the Jungle Boy MJF there, which I think that's really at the heart of this, I feel they're gonna go further with that versus anything else. Then you kind of don't want anybody but Jungle Boy to probably eat the fall, because
you don't. But if you do the finish of Backlash 07, it doesn't matter who takes the fall.
That's a fair point, but again, I don't know if they're going to go that route. This is AEW we're talking about.
We'll see.
And to be fair, Darby Allin and Jungle Boy Perry have both previously challenged for the AEW World Championship before in some capacity. Sammy Guevara hasn't. So it's almost one of those things where I figure maybe Sammy might be the fall guy because it's his first chance.
Maybe, but I think you could protect all four guys here if you really wanted to.
They have to. They're the pillars. They have to.
You know what I mean? So, like, if you really want to protect all four, that would be the finish I'd go with. Backlash 07. Or something similar of that. But
here's my thoughts. Look at these four guys. We know MJF's winning. It'd be pretty stupid not to do that.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
But think about this. Look how talented these four guys are currently. Imagine what they'll be like 10 years from now.
Exactly. I keep saying it. The fact that these are all four homegrown AEW talents.
And I don't think any of them are in their 30s yet.
Nope, they're all in their 20s.
No, none of them aren't.
No.
It's fucking
and they're
nuts.
the friggin' main event.
They're the main event of the show.
So imagine 10 years from now, I'm like, if we make it that far in the society world, imagine what these four are going to do 10 years from now when they're more seasoned.
And again, the one, in my opinion, where the sky truly is the limit, we don't know what he's capable of. I say it's MJF at this point, because we still don't know what this guy's capable of in the ring. We know how far he can go with his mic skills and his other talents, but we have yet to truly see what MJF is capable of inside that ring. He is not one-dimensional.
No, and
no, he's not.
It's gonna be a real testament to what these guys can do,
and what this company can possibly bring forward too.
Yeah, like this match is gonna definitely steal the show. It'd be hard pressed not to steal the show with the 4 names involved here.
I mean, okay, guys, I got a crazy pitch. Go
ahead.
Go for it. Then I'm going to let the King give his 4-way breakdown before we conclude this insanity.
Imagine a few years down the line, the Elite are on their endgame run in wrestling. They turn heel and try to be the EVPs that CM Punk saw them as, and Hangman as the villain and everything. And the 4 pillars have to team up and take down them, and they overthrow the Elite supremacy in AEW.
Right.
Damn, that would be extremely interesting, considering, again, the ultimate devil of the company would literally be aligned with the people that are all lesser than him. But they've all been for AEW. And again, what does MJF keep talking about? The bidding war of 2024. I think we all know that's going to be a lot of hogwash considering what AEW is not going to be around for. Just saying. But it's wishful thinking, to say the least, because we don't know to a degree what the future could be for the Elite, including following this program with the Blackpool Combat Club. Because,
well, last I heard, there's been no movement so far on their contract talks. I get the feeling that I suspect they're going to wait till like near the end of the year to get a final resolution on that.
I'm just going to say this right now. 2024 is going to reshape the wrestling industry, and not just all Elite wrestling. I guarantee you. King, before we conclude, you've been quiet, as per usual, taking it all in, man. I mean, again, what's your thoughts on the Pillars 4-way for the AEW World Championship before we conclude this madness for a session?
Exclude Sammy, Darby, and MJF because, well, people saying, about this match, Sammy's acting like a face. Well, for this match, he is because everybody is more all united to take down MJF. That's their, it's like the enemy is my friend.
Right.
But the discourse I've been hearing over the past few days is about Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I don't know who started that discourse, but apparently, for what people are saying, Cornette started that discourse.
Of course.
Which basically saying, okay, he's not a main event, star. Why is he in this match? Yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, and people are following through, and I'm just like, yeah, I would say he is not main event, level ready yet, but for the people that want to have that discourse on him, Jungle Boy has that Sunday to prove everybody and shut everybody up of what we already know about him in the ring.
Also,
King, yeah.
I just want to keep pointing this out. Does everyone just forget that, I don't know, Jungle Boy is 20-5?
Exactly.
He's only been wrestling since 2015. Are we really going to instantly already say he should be CM Punk level hype?
No.
People are literally putting way too much stock into these 4 way too soon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel sorry for Cora Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's a whole different story.
Jade, did you hear what is said about Cora Jade?
What?
WWE backstage wise reportedly believes Cora Jade, you're going to be our next Sasha Banks.
Oh my God.
Can I just be Cora Jade? That's asking too much.
Idiots.
Yep.
Anyway.
And Vince is not back. Yeah, sure. And I'm not autistic.
But anyways.
Jeez.
Jeez.
All right, James. Hot take. Anyway, continue, King. Damn.
But anyways, Jungle Boy will shut everybody up on Sunday, but these 4 will steal the show on Sunday and will prove everybody wrong that they want to keep doubting, especially on Jungle Boy Jack Perry, especially on Darby. Of course, nobody going to doubt MJF. He's MJF, crying out loud. And of course, people you still have, Sammy still have them doubters of what, because of that little backstage stuff with Andrade that he seemed to never let go.
Yeah.
So, but they will steal the show on Sunday, and will give us a banger of a 4-way. But MJF is retaining, and Jungle Boy will take the fall. That's just how I predict it.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to me. Could we expect some weird angle to shut off AEW and double numbers? MJF is going to be there with the three just despondent in the ring, like how it just ended so simple at a Revolution, for example. I'm just curious. How do they set themselves up going into the summer, knowing that one thing we didn't talk about? This is supposed to be the opening ceremony of the Owen. And I imagine that'll be the first thing they kick off with, the fallout with. So.
But to end the show, and especially building up MJF's next program, we don't know what he's going to do for Forbidden Door. I already suspect he's probably going to be all in going to fight CM Punk.
Wouldn't surprise
so
me.
I can't. So if I was a betting man on what they could do for him for Forbidden Door, if he does it, I don't want to say it because it might sound absolutely insane.
What?
But what if MJF was told you're going to fight Okada?
Yeah. I'd do it. I'd absolutely do it.
I mean, to be fair,
I'd risk it and do it.
Jay White has gotten the better of Kazuchika Okada. So, I mean, we saw what it did for him. So, I mean, I guess I wouldn't rule it out, but it just feels like something that would just be so crazy. But if you're not going to crown AEW champion like last year, but defend the AEW World Championship, yeah, that'd probably be the way I would go.
Who's the champion right now? It's Okada, right?
No, it's Sonata of just 5 guys.
Sonata's the IWGP champion finally?
He beat Okada at Sakura Genesis.
Thank God. Wow, that's awesome. About him. I saw him from TNA, and to see where he's at now, that's awesome to hear.
Took him long enough.
So yeah, I would do that then. I would do that. Okada versus MJF. Maybe you could even do Sonata versus, I don't know, maybe you could do Sonata versus Punk. I don't know. That would be cool.
Well, I mean, the Sonata has that new Deadfall heavy impact move that he does, but he also still has, of course, the Dragon Sleeper. And now he rolls with the group Just 5 Guys, which definitely has been a new leash on life for him. I mean, it's not, a bad idea to think about, but it is one of those things where it's like, I need to see what happens at Dominion first with the fact that Jon Moxley and the Blackpool Combat Club is going to challenge Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi for the 6-man Worldwide Tag Team Championships. I need to see if Jeff Cobb beats Tyson Fury for the NWA World Championship. I need to see if Sonata can survive the return to go to Tsuji and successfully hold on to the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So, yeah, the NWA already has something ahead of Forbidden Door before you try to bring them onto the show. Just saying.
I got one last thing about. Okay, so I was talking to somebody about the world title design for the new world title, and I mentioned how the jewels on the eyes of the lion, they look like they're in pain.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I look at that fucking title, because it looks awful the way it is right now.
When one half of the actual crowning of this match calls this thing a consolation prize, you kind of already set the standard.
Yeah.
Oh, but reportedly, I did hear something about the world title. Apparently, they're not making this a reboot. They're saying that this will be the continuation of the big gold belt, official records.
Why I deem that somewhat noble, it still just doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's still lesser than everything Roman Reigns has.
Okay, look. When it came to that, Roman Reigns, Michael Cole even said on commentary, Roman Reigns considers that a consolation belt. When you said that, you killed it.
Yeah, when Roman Reigns said that, it's already game over. Seth Rollins has a pure Rosa rep. I mean, something around his waist to try and lead Monday Night Raw, and we'll see how far that goes.
Yeah, but there was something that this person told me, and when I heard this, I was like, damn, if Vince McMahon figured this out, that would probably make him have a blood pressure burst.
What would that be?
So, okay, so they were talking about the history of all the titles in wrestling, and they said, and this is what they said. This is what they said.
Yes.
Never forget that the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship lineages were merged with the Undisputed Belt before the World Heavyweight Championship was brought back. Given a new lineage before the being merged back into the WWE title and Universal title was born, now merged like before. And this is what they brought up next. And James, I hope you're hearing this.
Mm-hmm.
They said this. Now, here's the fun part. The lineal WWE champion is the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Sonata. Inoki never lost the title to Backlund and was stripped. So by virtue of lineal, the reigning IWGP champion is the lineal WWE champion.
What?
Ugh. That's a really weird way to try and connect the dots when it comes to WWE and legacy with the global wrestling industry.
So, but if we're going with that logic that Sonata is technically the definitive continuity champion by virtue of lineal, you do realize Vince McMahon's going to be like, no, I will burn everything to the ground.
I wonder if Vince McMahon's even smart enough to realize that scope at this point. I mean, let's just be honest here. I feel like that man's brain still goes only one way, and that's business. So,
Or murder.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true.
So, James, your thoughts on this theory?
Something.
James' brain's like, whatever.
Bro, I'm so tired.
He's ready to GTS. I think
it's 1 in the morning. It's 1:20.
Yeah, you guys realize what we've done with our madness once again. That's why we do this once a month or a quarter, maybe once a quarter. But yeah, I think that's where we will bring this thing to an end. For those that actually tune in to what probably is going to be your utter crowning madness in this crazy week of professional wrestling 2, thank you all for tuning in once again to the ATW View. For the entire ATW crew, I am the simple man of the simple brand with the voice for the JMN. And my name is Noel Foster. For the panel tonight, King, James Hebert, and Eric, who will be at AEW in Chicago. Where once again...
DC.
Oh, my bad, DC. I forget about that. Yeah, you kind of load up again. Where soon enough it will be clobbering time. Sunday is around the corner, and we will see how Double or Nothing once again resets the landscape for bigger other things to come following the summer with the Owen and Collision on the horizon. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time if we're all sober, sane, and awake on the next ATW View. Until then, adieu. We are ATW. You're all fucking insane.
I know.
Yay, Allie.
Yay, Allie.
You stop that!
Shit.
All right,
you're doing that rant, and then I just got back on the main screen, so you gotta put it all over.
No. Don't fucking worry.
Yay, Allie.
James.
The following
Lex is going to
podcast
bring
is
a
an
sign
ATW
saying
View
Yay, Allie with Noah's drawing on
impromptu.
him at a show soon.
You better fucking not.
He has a picture of it on the Facebook group in ATW Messenger.
I'm gonna bop that boy. I swear. He better not.
King got it up. King got it
right
up.
there. Oh my goodness. It's right.
You all are way too much. Friggin' Natalia Markova simp.
Hey, I at least admit it.
Yeah, because you're a weak-minded simpleton.
Yeah, I know.
Got to give the people what they want, even in the crazy insanity that is professional wrestling. Damn it.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, folks.